sorted. But hi everybody, this is Fibro Jedi, or for the purposes of tonight, LOTRO family. We will be having a very chill session from Winterhome, or Frostbluff, which is really hard to say, on a character that has never done the event before. So this is my Beorning Lothfair. Not the most cheery of characters, I fully accept, but maybe by the end of the night we can get him smiling a little bit. So, just while we wait for people to get into the room, just pick up my Hobbit present. Tiny pile of silver scraps. We got a normal shop? No. Hi Nel Nardis, good to see you. I'm just getting myself settled. How are you doing?
Hello there.
Very nice silver Hobbit present. So what we will end up with today is, as this is a character that has never done Yule Fest before, I'm going to... We'll have to do the tour of Winterhome, and we'll see if we can get him smiling. I don't have much of the Yule gear on this server because this is my first Yule Fest on Crick Hollow. 5 hours! 5-hour train journey, eek! Yeah, they're never fun. Especially if they don't have any Wi-Fi. Hi Lady Gun, good to see you. Going for as slower session as possible today. However, I am armed with chocolates, mince pie, and I have a drink as well. So we'll be going as slow as we can, and I'll actually be reading the quest for the first time in I don't know how long. I'm so used to going through this quite quickly that it'll be quite it'll be nice just to take it steady. Oh, slow Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's actually almost better to have no Wi-Fi than slow Wi-Fi. Today I'm on Crick Hollow. I basically, because I had so many Yule tokens left over on Evernight, I was able to buy all the cosmetics and still have hundreds of tokens left over on Evernight. So the difference is on Crick Hollow I don't actually have that many tokens. If I look at this, how many have I actually got across all? How many did Mirlas pick up? It's not called, it's just called a Yule Fest thing, isn't it? The token is called, can't type apparently. Yule. Oh, everything. Oh, my other Mirlas incarnation has 136 or something. Now Nardis. Oh, bless you. I don't mind people photobombing. To be fair, I think nearly all my characters have done the intro here, and I wanted it to be like from scratch for a character, and my newest High Elf on Evernight has gone through that. But yeah. Maps. Yes, I need to get maps on Evernight for the cartographer deed. In fact, I may as well try and pick them up. I won't be able to pick them up tonight. I won't have enough tokens. I don't think. We'll see. But no, I need to make sure I get those. I don't have a large enough outdoor hook for the snowball arena, but it does look really cool. Right, so let's pick up the Festive Flurry intro. Welcome to Frostbluff, my friends. Frostbluff is really hard to say out loud. If you're here for the Yule Festival, I'd recommend you get in the spirit of the season and participate in as many of our fun Yule activities as possible. If you're not here for the Yule Festival, maybe you should be. Festive folks that participate in many of our activities show their true holiday spirit and might just earn themselves some wonderful gifts. Always hand in the daily. I have had 60... on Evernight, I've had 60 medallions in the last 2 days. You got the snowball arena anyway. Well, there's always kin house hooks, aren't there? Sometimes the kin houses have a much larger set of outdoor hooks. Right, and we've got the daily picked up from here, and oh yes, in the spirit of Yule, dailies, single dailies, 10 dailies, yes. There's plenty to do around Frostbluff. Explore the town and show us your holiday spirit. It's a bit chilly, but I'm sure you'll find warm company all around.
I'll not be ignored.
Right, so this is where we do the tour of Winterhome. Hello there, new to Frostbluff are you? Well, you've come at the finest time of year. I just hope you behave yourself, or else you might be hearing from me. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time though. The mayor employs me to see to it that everybody keeps the peace, so that you patrons can have the best possible experience during Yule. You should begin by speaking to Owner Kay, who runs the eating contest. All good celebrations should start with a full belly of delicious food. Don't worry, Lady Gun Type. I'm not one to criticise. My typing can be horrendous. I think in this stream I might force myself to do the eating contest. I will almost certainly get lost, even though I know where all the tables are. But I don't very often start with the food. But let's see what she has to say.
How can I be of service?
Good day to you. I am Ona, the announcer for the first station of eating contest. Sounds really like a really big title. I'm first station. There are many more stations, of course, and I hope you'll be able to visit them all before you get too full. What is a festival without a wonderfully excessive amount of food? I doubt you'll find a bigger feast anywhere in Middle-earth than here in Winterhome. The Shire and Elrond may have a thing to say about providing enough food. Maybe. You should speak next to the mayor. The festival is here thanks to his efforts, and he wishes to greet all of his guests personally. I'm sure he does. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
What can I do for you?
Hail, travelling Beorning. Welcome, welcome, and pray tell all your friends to come visit us as well. We have spared no expense for this Yule Festival, except laying off some staff. I am Winston Goodenough. Goodenough? As in, he's good enough. The mayor of this town. Some of the names have really punny outcomes to them. Please stay as long as you like. Try everything. Taste everything. Why don't you go take a look at all the events? Come back and see me when you've explored. Where are we supposed to go next? Speak with... What does... Where's the... Speak with the mayor's wife. Oh, I'm so unobservant.
How can I be of service?
Greetings, greetings. You are most welcome here, to be sure. I am Carolyn Goodenough. My husband and I are very thrilled to have so many interested patrons and patronesses here at our Yule celebration this year. I'll not take up any more of your time. You should continue your tour around our beautiful town. And then it says, have you heard, I don't really pick this up, speak to someone in Winterhome. Thankfully it's always the same stuff, someone. But there's a family in our church. Is it really? Oh no! They're good enough. You almost want to get married out of that family, don't you? Or go through a legal process to change it. Good enough for anything, honest. I hate that the wife has no better title than wife. No, I know, the mayor's wife. Can't she be mayoress? Maybe the husband, as we know his attitude, doesn't want her to have a real title. Maybe he's quite a controlling kind of person. No, she should have a better title than mayor's wife. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm only a servant. The mayor surely doesn't need you to talk to me. I'll not take up any more of your time. Perhaps you'd like to see some of the games we have to offer. It's a bit of a walk, but you should go to Cecil Voller, the host of the snowball fight. Isn't... Yes. I think that's the play on a language word to mean to throw or to fly. Cecil is in the ways of North Town, but I've heard that the snowball fights are well worth the trip. Uncovering Yule Festival conspiracies. Got to try and find the things that aren't explicitly said sometimes. Hi Faffy, good to see you. Right, I'm going to abide by my own guidance that I put on Twitter. I will not be mounting in Winterhome, even if I'm crowded out by people on the mounts. So, a rare case of seeing Lothar without his hood on. Sorry. Gonna see if we can brighten him up a bit. I found it really hard to dress Beornings. I managed it with my female Beorning on Evernight by using Lossoth gear and wardrobe. So I'm not sure many of the Yule gear will really suit the Beorning. Hey, Mr. Announcer. So what he's got here, all I've got here at the moment is this is actually from Farmer's Fair, dyed black, and then this is just from the intro quest. Haha, ride a horse doing the feast quests. Do you not, if you're over full in the feast quests, and then you get on your mount, are you not slowed down? Is that like a glitch? An oversight? Hello, Sir Silvala.
What can I do for you?
Hello, I see you've tracked down the snowball field during your tour of town. This is where the folks come to throw freezing missiles at one another. Freezing missiles. I hope you'll come back when you're finished the tour. The mayor is most particular about all patrons seeing all there is to see before they get distracted. Seriously? I've never thought of that before. I don't know, I may, depending on how slow, because I'm doing this as chilled out as possible, how long it takes us to do round 1, I might log on to Mirlas and do another blitz round and see if I can work that out. I'm more likely to, if I'm going quicker, I'm more likely to fret. I'm not very good at timed missions. Mount up, then talk to the quest giver. It waits until the big speed debuff from the drink goes away. Ah. Mount up, then talk to them. Is it? I mean, I think I've read up on it. Is it just like the lighter foods from? I'm trying to think which other event. The Farmer's Fair, does that one have one where you go for the lighter foods? My brain is not working at all. I did too much in my Yule Fest guide and now my brain is dead. I assume it's like the lighter food, so you don't go for like the big heavy breads and things. Is that about right? Speak with the Hobbit announcer about the theatre event. That's the next thing on our tour. It's unusually warm in here today. Morning. Yeah, it is morning for you, Lieber. Yes, very early morning, in fact. Thanks, Faffy. I need to go back and retweet your ones from the last stream. I was so tired after the last stream, which was awesome, but I saw all of your quoted tweets, and yeah, there were some very interesting ones. 8 AM is early morning. I try to have had my first coffee by about 9:30, maybe. Berries are best. Mushrooms, eggs, bread and pies. Ah, yes, that's right. And I saw someone say on Twitter that if there's a group of people around table 1, because the timer doesn't kick off on table 1, you can wait for everyone else to scoff their faces, move on, and then you wait for the food to respawn before you move off. Is that a fair? Is that what actually goes on? The theatre event.
How do you do?
Ah, right, sneaky. Oh, hello, are you interested in the theatre? We have quite a show that we're putting on this Yule, and we've travelled all the way from the Shire. Make sure you come back and see the show when you're finished with your tour of the town. I know you won't be disappointed. Well, I'm the last stop on your tour. You should return to the mayor. Do come back and see our wonderful show. Your tour has finished, but there is more of the town to be seen ahead. Tour of the town. Let me just move this, which always relocates there. Like, you've done the tour of the town, but actually you're not sent to this quite large 20-odd% of the town. Sneaky. The Hobbit voice. I read your parents force choked you out of bed there, Lieber. Sorry.
How can I be of service?
Before I attempt the grumpy guy, who had a right to be, I apologise if I start talking with food in my mouth. People that come in, I am on chocolate and mince pies today. What do you want, oh revered patron? Have you come to show off your silver and gold and your fat belly? Well, show away! We earn our meagre bread while you stuff your faces and play in the snow. You are not welcome in Windsor Home. Not to all of its residents. We slave so hard that the mayor can be rich, and so that he can throw marvellous parties for you all. Begone! We are not welcome among you, and you are not welcome among us. Thanks for following MGS. We homeschool so we can sleep in our school. Yes, that's totally right, Lady Gun. Yeah, definitely. I'm on 2 different servers at MGS, so I'm on Crick Hollow right now. I am on Evernight as well. After them going through a cover letter. Were they not happy with the cover letter?
Greetings.
Please pardon, my friend. It is a hard winter, and there is less money and bread to go around than usual. But that is no cause to be uncivil to the guests of this town. Life can be cruel here, as you can plainly see, but I count myself among the lucky. Those who cannot work go even colder and hungrier than we are. I am sure you are more welcome among us than Gareth implied. We are a friendly folk. You are welcome to visit any time you wish, and I hope you enjoy your time in our little town. I like his name as well. You should now return to the mayor, for you have now seen more of Winterhome than intended. Daily utterage is also a pun. It's like, instead of, if you make it the normal word daily, and an utterage is something you say, it's just like, yeah, something you will say every day is his name. That's an interesting first line there, Hobnobs. And hi to you too.
How can I be of service?
So you've seen all of the events. We have a wonderful little town, do we not? Perfectly suited for all of your festival needs. You don't need to waste any more time talking to me. Go enjoy, eat, play, watch theatre. Have 2 Yule Festival tokens. And that, for this instance, actually completes the daily. If you do nothing else during Yule, do the daily, because I have had hundreds of marks and a good 60 odd medallions. This is why people shouldn't mount in Winterhome. Well done, friend. Come and sit by the fire a moment. You have earned this sack of presents for all your hard work today. Come back tomorrow and you shall have more gifts for you. Yay. Deed bestowed. In fact, 3 deeds bestowed, which confused me. So, I wonder if we can get through 20 now that I've found the quest by Bree. Probably. Right, what have we got in our sack then? We have 15 medallions. Yes, Nelnardis. Yes, I got a tome of might and something else on another alt. Yeah. Your parents were giving you constructive criticism, but didn't come over that way. Not everyone knows how to give constructive criticism. Yeah, I mean, not to open the floodgates to mass photo bombing.
Stay and hear me out.
You did what, Hobnobs? You got an Eye of the Valor from the daily? How? Yeah, you're making that up. So, trying to think. I had a thought, it's gone, never mind. Greetings, Lothar. I see you've been enjoying the many offerings of Winterhome this season. For my part, I've striven to keep the peace, both inside and outside of town. I'll spare you a long tale. Mayor Goodenough has tasked me with driving out a family of snow beasts that have lingered since Winterhome was founded. The beasts move further away each winter. Personally, I think they all hate the noise and cheer. You've had your share of merriment, have you not? Why don't you head out there and bring some of your own variety of Yule cheer to these beasts? If you can drive them off, I think we'll all feel safer. Yeah, this is a guy who's going to try and bring Yule cheer to the snow beasts. Yeah. Oozing with joy. I actually got some useful things. I had quite a lot of hobnobs because at my levels I actually find... let's go do the snow beast rather than pick up all the quests at once. Yeah, no, I have had, because I've had a good, I use medallions mostly for cosmetics from skirmish camps, to be honest, and marks useful for rep items. And certainly for my low-level characters, getting those tomes has been very, very useful. So I actually find them quite handy. Usefulness doesn't count. Well, I've run it on my main, who is level 60, and that probably for you counts as a noob. But I like getting my extra marks and medallions. Yay! Cheer the same snow beast 3 times. No, I managed it once that time. I didn't click fast enough. There we go. If you click quick enough, you can do it 3 times. Apparently, I can't do it. That's okay. You're yelling, and I've got a drink to last the stream. I know this place doesn't change, but it's still really nice to come out here. We will end up picking the ones up here. I finally investigated the stuff outside of Winterhome, so we might get a bit of a sojourn out to Bree. Lieber, when you log in, you get an invite, and it gives you a map. That map, you click once, and it'll give you one-time visit to here. Once you get here, you've got a stable master that will take you to Bree for free, or Mickle Delving for free, or Salondim. I don't know who your character is, but at those places you can also get a swift travel back to Winterhome as well. So use your map as your first visit. I did have characters on Crick because it's a family-friendly stream. They can't. I won't ask what your characters are then. Oh my life.
What is this world coming?
Oh, not quite. Someone posted it. Created a twin of this one. Oh, it's hi Tato. That's one of my kidneys. They won't budge. Can't say that I'm surprised. In any event, thank you for taking the time out of your stay here in Winterhome to help. If you would care to try again tomorrow, come find me. I don't want to take any more of your time, so here's some coin for your trouble. I think I'm blocked by an auto mod. I do have some filters on mine, but not very many. Just a few cautious words I don't really want appearing in chat. Yeah. I didn't say that's one of my kidneys. I hope I didn't say that's one of my kidneys. Oh dear, am I not speaking that clearly enough today? Right, so I think you can't pick up some of the quests until you've actually dealt with some of these back here first. So, how many tokens have we got already? 8, which means we can do a charitable spirit. Oh, I know, I said that's one of my kidneys. Someone who's in the same kin as me. That's one of my kidneys. That would be unfortunate. I'm just going to wave to one of my kidneys, which is outside of my body. Oh dear, that's got to be a quote, surely. Hobnobs. Well then probably best they don't log in, at least not when I'm broadcasting. Charitable spirit.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Lothbear has come back to visit. That is enough to brighten my day, for it needs brightening. As I walked to work this morning, I passed the good people of our town who are even worse off than myself. I had nothing to give them. It's the same every morning and every night. I count myself very lucky for what I have, but my life would be better yet if I had the ability to give. All my wages go to feeding my children and to paying the taxes on our home. If only there was something I could do. Perhaps Mayor Goodenough will give us more wages soon, and then I'll be able to share my good fortune with the less fortunate. Yeah, I thought you might have picked one that Faffy. I realised as soon as it was out of my mouth. There has to be A, this is my last stream, and it's a Yule one, and B, people who are here generally make me laugh anyway. So, yay. And cold as ice. Grab this one as well.
Stay a moment.
I cannot believe it, Lothfair. Guard Kember and the Watchmen have been making an effort to keep those less fortunate from the festivities, but I never thought that some of our own patrons would drive them out. Where will they go? I'm sure a few will sneak back in, but it's only gotten tougher for them as late. The harsh chill of the Frost Grims has taken hold of Frostbluff, and I fear that those who are forced outside the walls of Winterhome, please, can you help them? I can't stop working for fear of losing my wages, but maybe you can do something about those Grims. I've seen them gathering at the frozen ponds northeast of here, and it's only a matter of time before they move closer. Drive them off! My friends depend on it. Yeah, we have a purpose. Even if you come into the stream and lurk, you have a purpose.
Take a moment of your time.
Yeah. And ironically, that comment made me laugh, Lieber. You can. It just depends on sort of the ability to make anybody laugh depends on the state of the person who's trying to make them laugh, and the person who's receiving it, and whether it's understood in the right way or not. Making mischief. Back again. Maybe I spoke unjustly the first time we met. Mayor Goodnuff's wish to please folks like you is the reason folks like me go hungry this winter. But you don't seem like a bad sort, despite the mayor seeming to like you. You're not bad even though the mayor likes you. Okay. If you want to earn yet more favour with me and my fellows here, you surely won't object to playing a little prank on the mayor for the sport of the real townsfolk. It's that, inferior superiority, isn't it? We're the lower trodden down ones, so we're the real ones. The mayor has some fireworks stored near the festival area, and he's intent on saving them for just the right moment. If you set them off where they are, you'll ruin the show, at least for him. While the patrons are distracted, you should pinch Frostbluff coins from their pockets. I can think of better uses for those coins. I bet. No, probably not, Faffing. Yeah, I don't want to put people down. Right, so let's not pick up any more quests. We've got quite a lot going on here. Is my NPC going to... Let's go to a different one. I kept having these NPCs nicked from me earlier today. Right, this is just donating.
What can I do for you?
If you're on the donation quest, you don't end up nicking the NPCs from other players. Ah, there you are.
How can I be of service?
Fireworks. That's the next thing up here, isn't it? AFF. IFF to the quote of the stream. Yeah, what does AFF mean? I will be snarfing chocolate. I won't apologise for it. We will go chuck things at actors and actresses later, but it depends how I feel. Oh, added. It sounded like some sort of old word for I adhere to that, I absolutely agree with it. However, I wasn't sure whether it was a real word or not. Most of these patrons can be sneakily stolen from if you stay in the same location. Apologise to... Oh. I mean, to be fair, speaking of chocolate, we finished one of these off at home, so Sam made sure we got another one in for my stream. I won't be eating all of these. Now, people don't fight over chocolate. Season of sharing and all that. And you can sneakily thieve from people who are no longer distracted, which is good. Promise of the stream. I won't be in a great state if I end up eating more than what I've taken out of the box. Right. I'll pick up that quest later. I don't want to rush this. This is not a grinding run. Lie of the stream. No, I can tell you, guarantee I will not be eating all of those. I don't think my wife would thank me if I did. Hi Minora, it's good to see you. That was quite a display, Lothfair, and judging from how close they were, I'll warrant you sent the mare into a fit and disrupted things rather nicely. Well done, well done. Here, you should keep half of what you managed to collect. These coins will be enough to spread out among my friends so they won't go hungry tonight. Right, we've still got to do the donations. Oh, there's a donations person.
Oh, woe be me.
Jelly tip chocolate. What's jelly tip chocolate? Nalnada-sized bourbons. Yeah, that's chocolate. I've yet to try like gluten-free bourbons. I don't know whether they exist. I've got a gluten-free mince pie for later if I don't make a complete fool of myself trying to eat it. You see, Faffy, that's a phrase that really ought to be renamed, didn't it? Every person for themselves. Hi, NJ. No, no, NJ, you can't. You can't have the whole tub of chocolate. Hi, you can't come up either. It's alright, go on. Pitch invasion! NJ saw the tub of chocolates. Jelly tip ice cream. No, I haven't heard of that brand at all. I've totally forgotten what we're doing. We've got one more token to give back, to give away, haven't we? It's really hard. I don't call her NJ to her face. And I've let her name slip occasionally on streams by accident. And that's the last token.
To my misery.
Yay! So trying to call her NJ to her face while on stream was like, NJ.
What do you need?
Lothfair, did you give the beggars your hard-earned rewards? That was too generous of you. You worked hard for those. How inspiring. I am sure you won't regret such a good deed. Now those unlucky people will be able to eat dinner tonight. And it's true. I had to be reminded on stream today, but I grabbed a screenshot of the deed, and if you do that quest 10 times, you get back exactly the tokens that you've given away, plus a title. So you don't gain from it, but you don't lose from it either. Yes, Lieber, and I don't think that's the first invasion I've had either on stream. Right. Shall we have a little ride out to deal with the Frostgrims, and then we'll come back and pick up the other quests from this square? Yeah, let's do that. Papa always calls you NJ to protect your identity online so that you can choose what to disclose and when you're old enough to do so. We rarely even post on Facebook to friends that we know. So it's we chose not to sort of start her digital footprint for her. It was a discussion we had probably just before she was born. Right, let's go and see if we can get some snow blindness. Where's the other one? There's one. I knew there was one. Yay! Sorry about the snow blindness. I know I shouldn't kick around and just yell instead. No, I'm happy to have these conversations with people. I know some people think it's strange, certainly from a Facebook perspective, because we have friends that post everything about their families on Facebook. Yes, Faffy, I'm a Beorning that can skin change into a bear. What is even happening? I never promised normality. My main LOTRO stream at the moment is on my Lore Master, but we have done a couple of Beorning ones, I think. Yeah, so what I was saying is a lot of people on Facebook, they post everything about their families, and I know grandparents, I think on my wife's side, have been like, but you don't post anything on Facebook, we don't get to see our granddaughter. Like, yeah, that's because we don't want to post everything. I'd rather have the moments with my family than race to tell everybody how great they were. Is there anything you like, Hobnobs? Or is everything bitter and twisted? Let's hand this one in then, and then... What am I drinking? I am drinking a berry cider. I have one beer I'm allowed at Christmas because I'm sensitive to gluten. I have to limit my oh, hi Secret. I didn't see you pop in. I have to limit my gluten intake, so I've got some glutinous treats, but it means cider, wine, whiskey are my treats. And as it's Christmas, we have actually spent something on treats. Faffy, Hobnobs, behave. Now is not the time to discuss how many things in-game are appropriate and derived or not from the books.
What do you need?
This is Yule. Thank you, Lothar. I will be able to rest easier knowing my friends are safe from the bite of winter, even just for tonight. If those Grims return, I may ask for your help again. Well, I only killed half of them, and they will return. Right, so let's pick up some of the other quests going on here then. We'll go into the theatre later, I think. They're starting it again. You're getting a bit of a rep for this, then, aren't you? No pun intended. My meds are roughly working. My shoulder pain is
I
still
do not ask much of you.
pretty bad. I would never trigger hobs, especially not on purpose. I can't multitask too much. I'm off Twitter during streams. This is why we need to dismount in Winterhome, people. Unless you're on the food run. But this is exactly why people need to dismount. There are 3 horses here. This is the worst case I've actually seen while doing this. Cool. You know, Lothar, some days I really loathe this job. Everyone's so happy. Some days I really loathe this job. Mabel never pulls her weight. Is that Mabel? He's saying that in her earshot. Mabel never pulls her weight. I swear I would give anything to trade with those beggars. They really have it easy compared to me. The worst of it, I swear I haven't read these properly for so long. The worst of it has to be the garbage left by some of the sloppier festival patrons. Stinking, slimy garbage and refuse all around the eating contest. And the mayor's wife demands that the patrons don't see any of it. But it just keeps piling up. Oh, come on, I'm stood right here, people. Is that a multi-boxer? I can't work it out. Is it a multi-boxer? It might well be. It just takes up so much space in Winterhome, and there's no rush. And usually they park right on top of me. And yes, it adds to lag and things as well. I had to unlearn to do it, Minoras, to pick up your comment from a bit further up the stream, because I remember last year I think I was on a grinding spree, which is why I ended up with hundreds of tokens this year. But it is quicker to do it like that. But actually, chill. It's on until the 7th of January. There really is no rush. And yes, they do stand on top of NPCs. They get in the way of them. You can't get to the vendors. They come and stand on top of you. That's probably the thing that... I'm not that easily annoyed really, but standing on top of me, yeah. I can't bear to touch the stuff myself. I don't even want to look at it. Mabel keeps saying she's too busy. Say, you don't look too busy. Oh, let's pick up the empty keg emergency as well.
Will you let me speak my piece?
I will let you speak your piece, yes. It's not my fault. It's not my fault the kegs are nearly empty. I'm overworked, I am. That's why I'm sat on the stairs doing nothing. Have you ever seen a body so overworked as myself? I'm so overworked. Do you think he thinks he's overworked? That I decided to just about have enough and want to try some of the events for a change instead of running them. The problem is, I fell asleep afterwards. I was all tuckered out. Tuckered out? What? Patrons are complaining that some of the kegs are empty. Can you bring this to refill them? I would do it. But I was promised a dance. Not from Mabel, I'll bet, if you don't think she pulls a weight. Yeah, okay, Faffy, that's a valid one. Have fun, Hobnobs. I'm sure your neighbours would really love that. Okay, let's pick up some of this. I like the channeling thing here. It goes, ew. Ew. Well, basically, I have none of the Yule Cosmetics, and I finally picked up the blue one that has the bit of a collar thing to it. I need to grab a white dye for it. But as I only have 2 characters on Crit Hollow, it does help me focus a bit, because both of them are male as well, so I don't need to pick up anything that looks like a dress. Yes, it does. It ends in much better. Yep. But yeah, I've only got on because I only play Crit Hollow usually outside of events on Sundays is my Crit Hollow day. So I only have 2 characters, mostly so that I've got crafting for both jewellery and medium and light armour. But it means I don't need to pick up anything that is more geared towards female characters on this server. Whereas on Evernight I've got about 50-50 split between male and female characters. So yes, I don't need to pick up everything on this server at least. Is that a dead Hobbit? I think we can pretty much say if he's not dead, he's very much unconscious Hobbit. He's got... Oh, that one hasn't even got a tankard. He's got his hand inside the tiles. So there's another one lying around somewhere that's got a tankard in his hands. Or it might be the one near the pipe for the snowman, actually. I'm hoping... Given that I'm here just sort of clearing up the dirty plates, I'm hoping that I'm not also having to clear dead bodies for people that had too much to drink. Oh, this stream's going to be awful for quotes of the stream, isn't it? I'm hoping I don't have to clear up dead bodies from people that had too much to drink. Right, let's grab a keg. Me on Christmas Day. Right, so I turned floating names on for this because I can't easily pick out the watchers from... What? I didn't see any watcher. That's unusual. Jump! Jump! Yes. Good. Well, he isn't getting up, but maybe he's finding that tile he's fallen asleep on very comfortable. Ah, good work. You really saved my life there. You know you're pretty good at this. I can probably find more work for you if you're interested. I'm so busy after all. I'm so busy. So busy. I mean, I've got to make pretty shadows on the floor, look. Yeah, it is gross. In one sense, though, there's an element of realism to this. It's not. Everything isn't all perfect and happy. You've got people who work really hard to make it happen, and when you have events, someone has to clean all that stuff up. Oh, you're gonna have a heyday today, Faffy. Oh my life. Right. Stuffing the stuffed.
Would you do something for me?
Are you here to help me? I'm so busy. Look, I'm really busy too. How busy I am. I don't know what to do with myself. There are so many hungry patrons to serve. Would you be so good as to prepare some ingredients so that the feasting folk don't go without a fair meal? Let's see, we'll need loaves of bread, bowls of berries, mushrooms and eggs. The pies are still doing fairly well, for now. The hard part is, the mayor's wife only wants the best. Ingredients must be collected fresh from all about. I hope you have some sturdy shoes with you. Poor mayor's wife. She has a name. Oh yes, we're cleaning up as well, aren't we? Those fireworks are pretty loud when you stand by them as well. Sometimes I can't my brain turns off to those fireworks, it's so loud. I mean, fireworks should be loud, obviously. No one wants to turn into a silent fireworks display. No, I don't think you have, Buffy, actually. But we've not had fireworks in many streams, so it wouldn't have naturally cropped up. Right. That's that table roughly cleaned up. Ah yes, because we can go make bread after we've cleaned this bit up as well. Cool. Discovered the new, I've never come across them before. They're clearly not new. Quest in Bree-land for Yule Fest. Really not designed for new players. Given that you can come to Winter Home at level 7, you don't want to be doing those Bree-land quests. Because of the mobs, there are wolves and pigs of level 15 to 18 or something in the quest area. Yeah. If you're taking a completely new character, don't go and do those. Except maybe the horse race. Hope you wash your hands in between. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Ooh. That's a horrible thought. Ew, gross. I'm just gonna put this in some bread mix for the mayor's wife. I haven't done the quest in Bree-land. Yeah, that's how we'll sort of... Yeah, we'll go and do them in all the areas. Is there something out in Duillond as well? Let's just assume yes and move on. Probably best, yes. Maybe the mayor's wife deserves it. I think the mayor deserves it for only giving his the title of to his wife as the mayor's wife.
What is this world come to?
I don't see any more garbage or spills. Oh goodness, the very sight of them was most nauseating. I can't imagine how disgusting it must be to actually have to touch such things. Really, I do think I might be in the wrong line of work. You think? Oh, okay. In which case we will poddle out then to the other areas once we've done some of the things in Frostbluff itself.
Hello, friend.
Oh, as you know, the mayor demands the very best of everything and likes to have a say in all that goes on here. He's a control freak. He requires that we use the very best firewood that can be got. Unfortunately for us, the firewood comes from some very angry trees. I've never seen anything like it, really. The trees rage and flail their limbs at us as we chop them down. I'm still very scratched up from the last time I went, so do you think you could collect some wood? It's almost like they're not trees at all. You think? If they're angry at you, there's a clue in that one. Now the fireworks are louder than you. The fireworks are very loud, but at least I've moved away from that bit now. Let me know if I do need to adjust things. I can roughly do it on the fly. Nozzle means red and white flame, and the Quenward Nar meaning fire and Thil make white flame. Oh, interesting. I'm slowly starting to pick up on things now.
Would you do something for me?
Since I started writing fan fiction around LOTRO, I realised I've had to actually learn some stuff so I don't write things that are completely inappropriate. Hello again, I hope you enjoyed that short tour of our fine town and all of the festivities we have to offer this year. We're so happy to have you here and we're always looking for ways to make our celebration even more exciting. It's the same every year, but let's not go into that. Virgil Greenfield is ironically working in the Whitefield, is working hard to bring a little more Yule cheer to Winterhome in the form of snowmen. There's certainly enough snow for every one of our patrons, so why don't you take a quick walk out there? You can make your very own snowman, and I'm sure Virgil would love the help. I need to know whether I need to pick up this quest, whether it's, I can't remember this one is in or out of Winterhome. We'll pick that when we come back up, because that's moving the poor unemployed workers away. Right, so I'm going to cover multiple quests here. Give me a chance to have a drink and some more chocolate. I just about managed to. Excuse the weaving, I'm trying to control with one hand. Managed to just about get my dinner down by the time I needed to stream. It's moving the poor. Yeah. They're only moved when you do nice things, they're physically moved when you kick them off where they're supposed to be. Right, I've already done the Grims and the Snow Beasts, so yes, hold on. So I've started. I'm halfway through this 2 towers now, so I've picked up a few things like that from what I've read. Someone aggroed a frost grim. Who's aggroing a giant frost grim? Where's the player? That person aggroed a frost grim up to the snow beast. That's quite clever. The little winter spirit things are hard for my Hobbit and beyond. Yes, these Grims, even my I've managed to get around it with my Guardian because you can, albeit doesn't deal much damage even at level 40. You can use a bow, but yes, my High Elf champion who's level 14, 15 got snow blinded every single time. Time to move the poor again. I just dropped off the bridge because I got distracted by chat. What's everyone up to this? I mean, I want to say Christmas, but I know that the season means different things to different people. How are people? Is it a time of celebration for you, or is it just? Because I know there's certain cultures where it doesn't actually mean anything. Your major celebrations are somewhere else in the year, for example. But what's everyone up to in a week or so's time? Oh yeah, for hunters, menorahs, absolutely, definitely, yeah. Oh yes, I need to. In this quest, if you are a melee fighter, you can get a little bit outdone by minstrels and hunters. But I think they've improved the spawn rate of these trees. At one point last year I was struggling to get enough of them without really waiting for respawn. But it seems to be quicker this time. Hi Arkasaur! Yes, menorahs, I get that one actually. We've got, we're having Christmas Day with just my wife and myself and NJ. I actually meant to mount rather than turn into a bear, but hey, what the heck. And then I think on Boxing Day they're going to a larger family gathering because I don't cope well with lots of people in the same space, let's say. But that side of the family understand, so it's all good. Right, we're gonna go grab eggs for the food quest. Considering parents are skipping the country on Boxing Day. Ah! The thing is, though, leave it, you're not going to appreciate time without your... You know, you're going to appreciate some time to yourself, doing what you want to do, maybe. No worries, Nelnardis. I know people multitask when they watch streams, and I haven't gotten out to anywhere where I need to do dailies for anything. And I swear, anytime I get close to something, then a new set of X packs comes out. Right, what I normally do... Oh, we should speak to we need to speak to the snowball person. I thought we had to speak to the snowball person to finish her. Oh, I'll come back for snowballing because I'm out of rhythm. So yes. Arkansas. Yes, Hobbs is around. Varying degrees of snark. That's fine. I haven't abandoned Evernight forever. My normal streams are from Evernight. Lieber, don't tell them that you're counting down the days until they leave. They may not appreciate that. I would much rather have a few hours with 1 or 2 people than an hour with 5, 6, 7, 8. My problem is I'm an introvert. And I've got the chronic pain on top of that. So I find too much social engagement really draining.
Hello there.
Ah, hello, the mayor's wife sent you, did she? She has a name! Welcome again to Winter Home Traveller. As you can see, I spend my days here working as an artist of sorts. Too often people overlook the simple joys of life, such as building a snowman. If you'd ever like to try your hand at building your own, I'll be here to guide you. After all, with some help, I'll be able to fill out this field in no time. Yeah, go on then, let's build a snowman.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Hey, no worries, Hobnobs. The chat's going up quite quickly, so I'm not keeping up totally on it. So, no, it's fine. I mean, I'm learning things through LOTRO all the time and through Lord of the Rings, and it is interesting. Nelnardis is right. They're the ones who chose not to take it. Ah, well, yes. Then Lieber, fair enough. It's their freedom to go and let you be free. Oh, so you want to give it a try? It's not easy, I'll tell you. You've seen the ice sculptures in Winterhome, have you not? My work is brilliant, at least most of the time. I'll admit, I've been having more trouble with this project than my last. I simply can't keep this field filled. And the mayor is getting frustrated. Whether it's the winter conditions or some of those blasted snow beasts, my snowmen keep getting destroyed. It's hard to stay passionate when your work is wrecked every single day. Maybe you can help though. See if you can craft one of my snowmen and make this field an amazing sight to behold. It's a shame that the snowman deed only gives you a broken down snowman, but you can get the other snowman decorations from the barterer. Yeah, Fafi, I'm trying my hardest as well. I can't remember her name. She has a name. I can't remember. Why have I got the same skill on 2 bars? Ah, yes, this is purposeful now, Nardis, because as a Beorning, when you go into bear form, this bar comes down to this one. So what I've got is abilities that are both in bear form and man form. I've got on the same key, so I don't have to remember 2 different key combinations. So the break free of control one is in both forms, as is the cleanse, as is the speed. So when they flip, I know that the cleanse and the break free of control are on the same key. You turn it off. I'm not that brave. And then I click all skills. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I have to click a lot more on my Guardian because of the temporary one here. but I'm trying to use the numbers for this one, but then if I need... This is my highest level Beorning, so when I get to a next level I will have to click those, because I can't do Control and Alt and number while in a combat scenario, because it will look like this. That's not good for anybody. Right, this is one of Virgil's snowmen. Clearly Virgil was trying to appeal to the Mayor Goodenough with this snowman. This is truly the most dashing snowman in Frostbluff. To even attempt to match Virgil's craftsmanship, you'll need to find a top hat, a scarf, sticks, an acorn and coal. Perhaps you can find everything you need scattered around Frostbluff. Yes, feel sorry for the poor person who bought a hat and then had it stolen to go onto a snowman. So, sticks are from these glowing bushes. Every skill all at the same time. No, notice when I've taught my Warden, people have said that if you don't want to memorize the gambits for Warden, and that's as much as I know about Warden so far, then just button mash. That's how you achieve everything as a Warden. Just button mash. Right, acorns. And Beorning's first thing, I don't think the bar's swapped. Oh. You see, because this is the thing, is I'm still, compared to most people in this game, a relative newbie. So when people say, oh, it never used to be like that, for me, it's always been like that. If it's daytime in Frostbluff and you're looking for acorns, turn on floaty names. If you've got my observation skills, and I really hope you don't, they're really hard to spot if you don't turn the floaty names off. Control Alt and Shift on your mouse. Yeah, you see, I've got things... I've got extra buttons on my mouse, but I think I've got them set to be like select nearest ally. Mostly for controlling companions as the Lawmaster, and for what's the word? Sending your skirmish soldier into the fray. That's not the word, but that's the action. Spam delete. Just hit everything, something will work. All fine and dandy is in fact a phrase, Faffy. Yes, certainly in where we come from, that's, yeah, it's all fine and dandy. It's a very ancient phrase, that one, actually. We're building a snowman. Top hat is on top of these here. I eventually stopped using my own guide to find these items. I had to, and I did it on day one. Scarf. Scarf is down here. I think. I had to use my own guide, which wasn't a proper guide really last year, to find these items. I had to do the same with the Haunted Burrow once I'd written it. I was like, I can't find my way around this. Oh wait, I've told myself how to get around it. So there's the scarf. Yes, Nelnardis, I see I see an icon that says quote of the stream. How did you achieve it? Well, Faffy, if you don't know English, you're able to speak it quite well. Coal at the servants' oven. I'm not using. I can see it in my. I use an app called Chatty. I'll start my sentence again. I'm using an app called Chatty to read chat. So, I don't know if that's appearing in everyone else's Twitch chat. I'm assuming other people can see it. LM get Flower Monster. Is City Gav in the room? They are indeed. Thank you for following, City Gav. I don't know the answer to that. My Lawmaster is still mid-40s. So I've got various lynxes. A couple of bears. Oh! Unless you by Flower Monster, do you mean Bog Lurker? Or is that a different one? Flower Monster. Do you mean Bog Lurker? Yeah, Secret, that's what I was wondering. Oh, Bog Lurker. Well, I think I had access to that in the Lowlands, so 20-something. Mid-20s, maybe? I'm not a fan of it just because it's enormous, but I see Deeders using it because of its distance fighting. I've never heard it called a flower monster. Oh, before level 20. I just haven't used it. I have a preference for the lynx.
How can I
Thank
be
you,
of service?
Lothar. Ah, what a burden off my poor shoulders. We nearly ran out of berries while you were gone, but all of this will help keep the feast nice and stocked up. I don't know what I would have done without you. And our magical mushroom tent that
What can I do for
replenishes
you?
them, but sadly doesn't have magical mushrooms in it. Oh, did they add new hairstyles for hobbits? That hobbit has got a ponytail. I might have missed that when I set up my hobbit lassie though. Oh dear, that's quite a large pile of firewood. Do you have any wounds that need tending after that? I'm grateful, Lothar. You are brave, Beorning. There shouldn't be such a thing as a cowardly Beorning. Now I can let my own wounds heal before going back into the fray. Where are we at with the daily? Where are we at with the daily? How many have we done? I can't find it. Spirit of Yule. Really? Have we done 10? We can't have done 10. Oh, it's because we did the intro first. Yes, we might have done 10. Level 30 is the kitty. Yes, Hobnobs, I'm starting to try and pick up on things like that in Lord of the Rings lore. There's so much to take in, and like I had to do some research to be able to name a horse in my next fanfiction that's coming out in early January. And even then, I don't know how to pronounce things. Is that racist? No. But it is a culture that recognises strength, let's say. I think I put in my rules that isms for real life, so like talking negatively about someone because of their race or faith or lack of faith or whatever, we're going to keep out of stream. But that doesn't mean people couldn't talk about politics and stuff like that that's relevant to inside the game. So, yeah, although that could lead to heated debate, of course. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Grey. Oh, I hope I remember that next time I come across Gandalf in game. My, you're a festive one. I hope you're having a fun time at the Yule Festival. It seems fitting in the season of giving that you should have a gift, and so here you are. Come back tomorrow and I shall have more gifts for you. Now, this is, as someone who is nowhere near Mordor, right, currently, these Shadow Essence fragments do not sit, if you have Premium Wallet, they don't go into your Premium Wallet where Ithilien Essence fragments are. How the heck has Lothar got Ithilien Essence fragments? There wasn't anything from Harvest Festival that had Ithilien Essence in them. Was there? I could be wrong. Oh, there might have been. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off. Yeah, Liebe, to anyone who doesn't know, Liebe is fairly new to LOTRO. Liebe, all the way up to Mordor is gradually going. You are not part of like the Fellowship, but you follow the Fellowship through their journey as such. So yes, you come across Strider, and well, once you get to Bree, you will meet Gandalf. Not for long. And having read the book, the first book of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I know why you don't see Gandalf for very long. But yes, you will meet all the ones you are, all the main characters you'd expect to see: Strider, stroke Aragorn, etc. So you will end up meeting Gandalf. Now, I don't know what's going on. Welcome to my streams, where most people in the room don't know what's going on. And certainly when I finally have a break, whenever that's going to be, I don't know what's going on by the time I come back to the chat either. Right, yes, anyway, these Shadow Essence fragments you're going to have to bung in your bags or storage. And they are also not account bound, so they are character bound. So for now they're going to have to sit in storage. Right, what we got? Moving them off.
Stay and hear me
We've already done the
out.
nicey thing with the beggars, so now we get to not be so nice to them, which suits Lothfair quite well. Lothfair is a bit of a grumpy one, so I thought it was also great to actually get him to come and do something a bit cheery. Might let you pick an outfit if I get enough tokens to do it. I might have to log back to Mirlas to do that though. Oh, we can't have this. No, indeed. The mayor's instructions were incredibly clear. Those beggars need to move off. I don't care where they go, but we can't have the good patrons and patronesses seeing them like this. The mayor wants this town to look pristine and happy and clean. As long as Yule festivities go on, those beggars must get off the streets at once and clear out. Are you looking for something to do between festival games? I'll give you a nice reward if you clear out those beggars. I have my hands full with my other guard duties right now. Oh, there's no queue for this one. There is a queue for this one. Did I get here first? Did they get here first? Yes, same Menoras. After the first character, I usually pick up the moving them off first, and then I can pick up the giving them the tokens after, because then it's almost like, sorry, here, have a gift.
It's a sorry day.
I'm not going to read these because otherwise it will hold back people who want to use as NPCs. Barrett Noel reluctantly moves along, unsure of where to go. Depending if we manage to get to 20 quests today, we'll start to uncover why these people are there. Yes, Radagast is in the Beorning intro, and if you got and you'll meet him in the Lone Lands regardless of your class. But I love the Radagast class quest for Lawmaster. You have to follow tracks and find little hidden creatures. It's really cute. My Lord Master has a good number of
Did you need something?
cosmetic companions now because of that. No, Lieber, you have. I had to use LOTRO points to unlock Beornings. So yeah, and High Elf as well. Although I wish now I'd made my High Elf a Warden, but that's fine. We're going to make a new Warden in the new year anyway. So yay. As long as no one's
Hello
waiting
there.
for these, fine. Alright, cosmetic companion. So lore masters have companions that help them in fights. So like a lynx or a bear or a flower
can I
monster,
be
as
of
someone refers
service?
to them. But you can also get cosmetic companions such as a dog, a little kitten, etc. that you can have out with you, as well as a pet. But they don't fight with you. So my lore master did have. I don't like having the huge lore master pets in Winterhome, but I did have my cosmetic pet, cat pet, and my fox pet out. Yes, something like that. If I could work out bots, Hobnobs, the kind of things you post are really useful to be able to sort of have as a provided by someone facts about it. I technically have a bot running, but I've done it so badly that it doesn't trigger. So yeah, if anyone's watching and hasn't followed, I would appreciate a follow on Twitch, just so that people know when I'm going live, and sometimes more importantly, when I can't go live, then people get notified about that. The only unexpected things will sometimes mean a stream doesn't happen, or if I end up in more pain than normal. But so if people could follow, that'd be awesome. There's no obligation. I'm not difficult to find. You can find me on Twitter for the same information. I don't see any beggars loitering about now. Oh, I'd hope this one spawned here. That'd be great. Whatever you said to them seemed to do the trick. As promised, here is a reward for the favour you did me. Now the mayor will be pleased, which means that I will be pleased, and that is just how I want it. Did we finish building the snowman? No, we didn't quite finish building the snowman. If I hadn't been given a gift of some VIP by a very kind kin, I also wouldn't be able to get high up at the time I did. Unfortunately, now so I've unlocked most of the expansion packs using deeds, So I've had to earn the LOTRO points a long way around. And now the next ones are really expensive. So I think I need 4,000 LOTRO points for the next expansion pack. Faffy, yes, but there's pets in LOTRO as well. So, for example, my Beorning here, I don't normally have a pet out on this character yet. So this is, you have a pet, in this case is a fox, but as a lore master you can also have a cosmetic companion. So it's effectively like having 2 pets out, I suppose. Lady Daney? No, I haven't, but I could do with some help on getting bots set up. All I want is one that says come here to follow on Twitter and that kind of thing. And also the reminder, please do feel free to follow. It saves me having to try to remember things. To secret, I think the next one I needed, I think it's Helm's Deep is the next one I haven't got. I didn't buy the full expansion of Isengard, I just got the quest pack because I'm not sure I'll need the instances, not being a group player, for health and other things. So what have we got? So if I go to expansions, I think it's Helm's Deep. So you see, I've already got the quest pack for Isengard, so yeah, Helm's Deep is the next one at 4,000. How is the Mordor expansion 2495, but Helm's Deep is 4,000? Because I don't think there's anything sat in quest packs now. Yeah, so yeah, Helm's Deep. It's the norm anyway. Unless you've got a lore master and you've got you don't get cosmetic companion access. We have a snowman. Should we at least try to make Mr. Beorning here smile? It's uncomfortable for him, isn't it? Yeah. Helm's Deep includes BBs. What's a BB? In language, people. What's a BB? Oh yes, if anyone's in the room who's new to the Yule Fest, if you want to at least run it for 5 days, apart from the fact you get epic numbers of tokens, but if you build a different snowman each day, you can get a free decoration, albeit it's a broken snowman, because you can buy the better snowmans using tokens. But you also get the title Gatherer of Cool Company if you build all 5 of the types of snowmen. Oh, big battles, epic battles, yeah. Please feel free, Liebe. Yep, that'd be great. I thought I'd already got. You do an intro quest for big battles, don't you? Indeed, we do have a snowman. I thought I spotted a Marrow in the room. Hi, Marrow or Miorn. Yes, it indeed is Bear Day. And we're taking this very, very slowly, so it's already taken us an hour and 20 to do something. I'm doing less than an hour now. You can't do the 4 Helm's Deep, but you can do the Gondor one. Ah, okay. To be honest, I don't really understand the big battles. They seem really complicated. I've sort of avoided them after the intro quest.
What can I do for you?
I like the way you work. Your work is almost as good as mine. Maybe you can help me out some more tomorrow. I'm sure if you keep trying, you can do even better. Here's some coin for your hard work. Right, what we got left to do in Frostbluff or in Winterhome? Oh, we haven't done anything in the theatre yet. It's not a bother, Hobnobs, and I'm trying to read them at least. But multitasking has, if anyone's actually put it with the way I've tweeted in the last 2 or 3 days, multitasking is something I'm kind of addicted to, but is really, really bad for me. So I try and do too many things at once, and then my brain explodes. So it's actually better for me to focus on 1 or 2 things. So gaming and watching chat is pretty much as close as I can get to multitasking. So I am reading your snippets and trying to remember them. It just reminds you just quite how much people know about this. Avoid the big battles until you do them in the story. That's good to know. Yeah. I'm happy to avoid something until I have to do it.
Could I take a
Frostbluff
moment of your
Theatre.
time?
I'm not going to put the Hobbit accent on people because I was safe before. There were only about 3 or 4 people in the room when I first did the Hobbit voice. And now there's significantly more than that, and I don't want to sound stupid. Hello there, you're in Frostbluff for the Yule Festival, aren't you? That's splendid. This is my first visit to Winterhome. Quaint little village, isn't it? I work for Mr. Shakesborough. He's the owner. This is another pun here. Mr. Shakesborough. You'll get to see his name when we go in. He's the owner of the Green Lily Inn, you know. He's also the director of the GLOBE. Globe Theatre, obviously. What is GLOBE? Of course, I can't be forgetting my manners, expecting everyone to know everything. Globe is the Green Lily Orators, Bards and Entertainers. Mr. Shakesborough put together an acting company to amuse his customers, and people liked it so much he's taken it on the road. Mr. Shakesborough has asked me to find folks willing to review the show. There are 2 shy critics who've come along to us, but they've been, well, you'll see for yourself. I've got a special showing of an ode to Old Bloodtusk scheduled for this evening. You won't want to miss it. Hobbit voice was great. I get really self-conscious. Oh, I'm not going to be able to throw things at this one, am I? I'm going to end up attending a performance, and I think we just got to...
A lovely day, isn't it?
Let's see if we can at least chuck some things. Kind of slipping back anyway. Oh, I need to quick slot these. I've only got 5 of each. I don't know how far through the show we are. Quick! Go! I think at once or twice he's gone out of the view. Don't pelt me with fruit. Oh, I hope he's not like a new person. He's getting really annoyed that people don't like his acting. Oh, flowers. Oh, okay. Thanks, Hobnobs. That hunter guy has gone, wait, oh, come back, we might need to pelt you. I think he's trying to escape the show. Yeah, what I've had been doing, to make it even easier, is I put it onto the second bar. Just that I was rushing. I need to work out how to do the acting side of it, because I earned the title Laughingstock last year because I got it wrong every single time. Are big battles like separate instances? Well, oh, hi Fire in Winter. I have the opposite problem the other day. I had more people acting well, and I didn't get to throw many rotten pieces of fruit. Yeah, where... I can't. They've gone out of... Oh, can you? How have they... I can't select him. How have they got him selected? There. Can I still chuck? Oh, he's avoiding being hit. Boo. Oh no! I've still got 4 of those left. I thought I was running out of flowers. This is the first year I've tried to do this. You get LOTRO points for it. Yay! You get 5 for the first level of both fruit and flowers. Before we conclude the evening, my uncle has something he would like to say. Uncle, what do you mean? Yes, and Bilbo got to make his speech, and everyone threw fruit at him. And then he skulked off. That's what Tolkien meant to write. That's it, come back on stage. If you want to avoid being that guy, apparently if you set the AFK tag while you're in the theatre, you don't get selected to be an actor. Or an actor. Or an actress, sorry. We completed a deed already. Yay! Those 10 pieces of rotten fruit that you get there are not they're not to use in the theatre, sadly. It's not free fruit. You still have to go to concessions and pay for your lobbing instruments. I did. Oh no, I got the wrong person selected. He stood right behind the dwarf. Puns are raising anxiety level. You're lucky it's waited this long for them to kick off. I suggest you don't come along to my Smuggler Saturday ones where the puns usually start about 5 minutes into the stream. There we go. Managed to get in time to use a whole bunch of flowers and fruit. Yay! I'll pick up some more so I don't forget next time.
Good day.
Well, then you put up with the puns very, very well, or it was a quiet day. So I think we managed to earn 10 LOTRO points there for throwing things at other players. Rightio, so I'd like to make it to the 20 to be able to do the more the merrier. Where are we at? We're not going to make 20. I don't think there are 8 quests left. Oh, there might be by the time we go around. Look, yeah, there will be.
Good day.
Because if we go to Thorin's, Duillond and Bree Festival grounds, then we've got enough. You saw one of our performances. What did you think of it? Oh, tall blood tusk. Oh, I see. Yes, some of the actors have been having difficulties. Perhaps you'll come back tomorrow. I'm sure we'll all be back on schedule by then. Oh, how quickly can you repeat that? Or we might repeat that when we do your thing. We come back. Every aspect of my I can't remember every aspect of my life, let alone everybody else who comes along. Oh, me and memory. You're lucky I remember my own streams, really. Shift right click buys a full stack of items. Oh, yeah, I'm just used to button mashing, but I really shouldn't, so you're probably right. In Sindar in Nelnardis means 3-rat bride. A 3-rat... A what? Hobbit voice. Well, I was wondering that. I mean, is that like you go to get married, and instead of having flower girls behind you, you have rats instead? I mean, in reality, I clicked randomize and messed with it, and it sounded good. Nell means thrice or try, not 3. Well, same difference, really, isn't it? Both my Beornings are just randomized until I've got one I thought looked right. In fact, on all of my characters I've just made stuff up for, I think. My high elf is called Ithoniel because I didn't have a character started with the letter I. It's that kind of thing. Hence, but once I realise I've got to start naming horses, and in fact looking to other people who may have existed that I want to bring into a storyline but aren't canon as such, trying to look into real naming conventions, just takes a little bit of thought. Right, shall we get out of Frostbluff for a bit? Or shall... I'm not sure I'm brave enough for the eating competition just yet. But, for anyone who's new to the reason this is important, why I've done it on a new character, is anyone who's new to Yule Fest, this character currently has 46 Yule Fest tokens.
Hello
Until you complete, so if you look in your deeds, until you complete the More the Merrier Tier 1 here, which involves having to do 20 Yule Fest events, you can't access these. So although I have 46 tokens, I can't buy the 40 token steed until you've done the More the Merrier. And the same happens, the More the Merrier, there's some cosmetics in here as well. Very Beorning-esque. Oh yes, I'm sure he wouldn't mind at all going like that as a Beorning. But again, so once you've completed that first deed, and it's not difficult to hit 20 quests, if you don't do it on day 1, you will do it by day 2. So that's why some people are asking me, but I've got enough tokens, why can't I buy any steed? That's the reason why. It'd be that she was married 3 times and not fun as rat family drama. I wondered actually whether it was more to do with you having the character having had 3 partners in life or something. Lieber, it's not up to me. Yule Fest is on until the 7th of January, people, so there is plenty of time. Right, so what I'm going to do, let's have a break from Winterhome and go do quests that actually do give us some tokens. So I'll go and do the ones in Bree that I did earlier.
What can I do for you?
So I know what I'm doing. And then we'll go and pick up whatever's in Thorin. Hey Nelnardus, you never thought you'd have your name checked out in such detail that you might need an accent on one of the characters. Stupid cats. Hey, don't take it out on the cats. They're responsible for 97% of the world's major issues. Right. So, all travel to and from Winterhome is free. So if you are new to Yule Fest, this is where it's at. The festival announcer here, rather than the normal taxi service, stable master taxi service, I call it the horse taxi, can take you to Winterhome. However, I actually want to go to the festival grounds. Shall we see if I can flunk the horse race before I do anything else? I've never done this under pressure. For starters, it takes me a while to find the start of the track. Where's the start of the track? I always think it's up on the hill. Is it up on the hill? I'm not very good at these horse races. I have a better hit rate with the Bree horse track than I do with the Shire one for some reason. Nope, I'm gonna get into one's way. Where's the start? Oh, nearly. Oh, so close. Don't ride on the horse track on your horse, people. It can get very distracting. Right. Tokens, menorahs. This one's not very generous. Other festivals have a much more generous... Sometimes it's good to practice before doing the quest. Ah, that's actually a very good point. I did do it earlier, and I had no errors, which is so unusual for me. And also, the speed is slightly quicker, is it on a... I'm on 68%, and I think the horse races are slightly faster, I think. But yes, you get tokens, menorahs. There are some festivals are more generous on this... the than this one for the horse race. But either way, there are 6 tokens maybe to be had extra here, and if we're trying to get up to 20 quests today, which is going to be doable, I think, there's 3 here in Bree-land alone. I assume Mickle Delving track is also open. I'm assuming so. See, it's this second jump. But if I only make 1 error, it is possible to do the Bree track and only make 1 error. I'm not very good at anything that involves lots of reflexes or a timed quest. Oh yes, totally. Hobnob's there. I've wondered why they don't allow accents, given that place names and people's names for a start, plus some species maybe have accents in them. But it could lead to, for characters' names, it could lead to people making a character's name that's suspiciously like yours but with a slightly different accent, which makes tracking down anyone who misuses the system a lot harder. So I can see it from both perspectives, really. And yes, Hobnob's absolutely fine, I don't mind. I'll eat another chocolate in your honour when I
Will you
have
give me a moment of your time,
failed or
friend?
succeeded at this horse race. Yay. I thought Marrow said old horse there for a minute. No, Old Norse. Whee. I'm gonna try not to look at chat while I don't mess this up. Or when I do. Yay! Can I be picky, Faffy? Can you put a U in the word honour? Oh! Oh, I'll take it. Yeah. I say I have a better hit rate with the
What can I do for you?
Yay! Right. Everyone's just spreading purple hearts around. I changed my desktop icon to For Honor. I did say I'm being picky. But to be fair, I think the spellings in LOTRO are all British English anyway. I think so. Right, so the other 2 quests that you can become in Bree-land for the Yule Fest are these 2 here. One of these is just about doable if you're... Because you can enter Winter Home at level 7 or at 5 once you're at the once you're at the intro thing for your class. But you don't want to pick this quest up till you're at level 14-ish, I think. The great festival of Yule is fast approaching. No, it's here. And I have a concern of dire importance. The chief feature of the annual festival is a great feast where we dine on roast boar and drink the richest of ale. The only problem is, I've lost the boar meat. I had it hanging and drying just a few feet away from here. I had it coated with my special blend of seasonings. This was going to be a Yule feast none would soon forget. I taste tested a little too much of the ale, I think, and took a short nap. When I awoke, the boar meat was gone, and I could see wolf tracks headed west. I think the wolves dragged the meat towards the den. Please bring it back if you can salvage it. So we're going to serve meat that has been mauled by wolves and give it to humans. But I suppose we haven't been picking up any more litter in the interim, so it's clean. Oh no, have they started getting... Really? Why have they started putting American English in rather than British English? It was... Enjoy food, Secret. It's been British English as far as I've come across, but I was surprised really because my other MMO is all American spelling, so I'd got used to it, and so when I started seeing British English I was like, oh, that's rather nice.
Would you do something
So
for me?
this quest here, if you are a very low level, if you are careful, can be done without coming across any mobs. You just have to just watch your mini-map quite closely. We mark the passing of every winter with a great feast and celebration of Yule. In addition to roasting many haunches of boar, the festival features a tasting of some of the finest ales in all of Bree-land. Alas, I must revise, every other year there was a tasting. The cart delivering the casks from the western hills was attacked by brigands just outside of the town. The driver made it back here unharmed, but all of the kegs were lost. The brigands have gone too far this time. I was like, they can take our money, they can take our stuff, but they can't take our beer. Do you think you could go and gather up what's left of those casks for me? He said he was attacked while riding the greenway around Thornley's work area, just after passing a farm. If I'm not mistaken, you'll find what I'm looking for in that direction. Marrow, I bet you did. I'd be totally inclined to do the same. I haven't got a problem with American spellings of English words, but you either pick American spellings of it. I'm an ex-programmer, and programming languages in American English. But if you're going to take one convention of writing, then stick to that. Mixing and matching can get a bit messy. So our two quests here, we're in the Bree Festival grounds here. We've got the meat. Yes, the meat here. This is the one if you're under level 13, 14, probably don't do. It's only 2 tokens. Wait till tomorrow if you need them. You can get this one if you're low level. Right, now then, I want to not get in the way of riders. There is... If I go up to the start point, I think... I can never find my way out of this place. You know, I've done it so many times and I still mess up. So long as no one's on the track, I can ride across it. But I don't like doing it because it can be distracting if someone's on the track. Okay, I can't see anybody. Let's go. I thought you might get that one, Faffy. Right. Yes, we're on Yule Fest, but that does not mean we can't grab a stop and stare moment. So, oh of course, I'm not actually totally beyond being attacked by mobs on this out yet, because I think I just finished doing the deeds in the Barrow Downs, or at least the deeds that I could be bothered to do in the Barrow Downs. Quite a lot of. I want to go back once I've got a better weapon and a couple more levels and do the harder ones, like Executioner of the Wicked. Right, so yes, the boar meat you don't have to kill boars for. Instead, you get to get the meat that the wolves have had. So we might actually get attacked by wolves here, which is fine. Now I'm blind. Why are you saying blind? I thought it was rip and tear, care and share. Stop and stare. Taken from an old poem, I can't remember who wrote it. It said that we have no time to stop and stare. And we should have. So what you're looking for are these delightful bits of boar meat that are just hanging around. I did manage on my under level 15 earlier to sneak around some of these dusk wolves. But you need to pick up 5 of these mauled, grassy pieces of meat for them to serve to the patrons. Lovely. Rip and tear for Beornings. Yep, absolutely. Of course, if you're Beorning, there's a whole load of wolves down here, and I learnt by doing the intro to Beornings that wolves are one of your top enemies. We are 1 piece of boar meat short. Here, Wolfie, 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 where have you put the meat? There it is. To the tune of the potato song. Yes, it is. Yes, absolutely. I've just got cotton those two things together. Rip 'em, tear 'em, mangle 'em. Wolf meat. Potatoes. You could serve boar meat with potatoes if you wanted to. Oh, bless you, Faffy. Yeah, do get sleep. You need sleep. But thanks so much for sticking around and for yeah, just for being around and making the quotes of the stream. Sleep well. So we only need a barrel from around here. I wouldn't expect you to, Hobnobs. It's fine. You do whatever you want to do. Right, have I walked straight past? No, I haven't quite gone far enough. So we go past Thorny's work site here. Nelnardis picks up the torch, throws down the gauntlet, and then doesn't know which one to pick up. Right, so you only need one of these. I was starting to worry earlier on my lower level one that will almost drag this all the way across Malarkeys, but it's not, thankfully. You can just hide that in your pocket, obviously. What has it got in its pockets? It has beer in its pockets. We want it. We want it, precious. Right. So, back to the Bree horse trials. Or Bree festival grounds. And then we can mosey on down to old Thorin's and see what's going on there. Because that will then bring us up to 15 quests. Will we have then? Yes, we'll be up to 15. We will make it to... I can't decide whether this Beorning would actually have... Would it want to tame an elk? I don't think it would. I don't think it would want to tame the elk. But this guy's so grumpy. I don't know whether to get him the other mount just to try and, you know, make him a bit happier rather than him being in his usual doom and gloom mood. It's amazing what you can fit in your pockets in this game, I have to say. An entire keg of ale, apparently. Right. I'm slightly concerned at how many Twitter notifications I'm going to get when I go back, and most of them being stupid things FJ said on stream.
Hello there.
Yeah, my haven't had an event yet, Maro, where I can get a goat for my Beorning. Yeah, anniversary I think is my first chance. You found it! This is wonderful news! It doesn't appear as if the wolves ate much of it either. They must not like my secret seasoning. You clear out the wolf drool before you serve that.
Hello there.
Some ale! You found it! I'm so glad it was not broken or carried away like the others. This is a great day indeed. You shall be hailed as a hero from this day forth, said someone who sounded like he's drunk a bit too much ale. Had the tasting not taken place this year, I imagine I would have quickly run out of the town. Yes, never mind that we serve half-chewed boar meat to our patrons. If they can't have the food, we want to get bladdered. Right. Family friendly, but we do have smoking in this game sometimes. So... Right, back to Bree, and then we'll see what's going on at Thorin's, and then Duillond. Shouldn't have a problem hitting the 20. In this event, unless you really want the... which Lothar might. Unless you really want the Snow Beast cloak or feet, you don't need Golden Festival tokens. I'll double check that when I get back to the vendor, but these are worth 75 actual Yule Fest tokens, so if you do the more the merrier stage 1, you can get 75. Stage 2 gives you 2 of these beauties. So check out the rewards before you spend tokens. And if you have more than one character, you only have to buy 1 cosmetic for all of your characters. The beauty of the outfit system. Right, so we are going to go to Thorin's now.
Greetings.
Hi Minora's, welcome back. And welcome back Secret. In fact, I'm not even sure Minora's left. This is what I mean about multitasking. Secret's back, yay. I love that LOTRO was so scared. Did they, Hobnobs? Somebody would have to say to that, because I think the movies made it look like you got high off it, whereas it's just different flavoured tobacco. Kids, don't smoke weed, smoke cigarettes instead. Oh, yes, official advice not given on stream. You may come in, hello. That's fine. Hi, Bear. Hello. Hey, do you want to wave? Say hello. Say hello. Wave. What's going on? Chocolates. I spilled chocolate. It's alright, girl. You're gonna have your nappy changed, Bear. Go and have your You need to go have your nappy changed, girlie. Yes. No, I know she does. Wave, can... There we go, well done. Yeah, I think people spotted her waving. You know, you need to go have your nappy. Sometimes NJ plays, or controls my characters in this game. Depends on, where I am. That was just a warning to say nappy change is about to happen, so it may get loud. It may get loud, sorry. This would be a weird moment for the chat to turn toxic. Yes, it would be. Right, where are we going? Thorin's Hall. Thorin's Gate. The end of the day is not her in her peak time. Talking about NJ there. She should be getting tired and going to sleep about now. Instead, she keeps herself awake for 2 or 3 hours. And gets gradually more and more grumpy, but still refuses to sleep. Oh look, I've not done Ered Luin here. Haha! New deed! Places of the dwarves! I will save Ered Luin and the Shire for when I want to either do some easy LOTRO points, or I just want to slash my way through a region. She has more manners than me at her age. I still throw my toys to people. Unfortunately, with the bigger you get in life, the more expensive and fragile your toys become. It's not wise to like throw your laptop at people. That won't end well for you. Oh, I don't even know whether to come into the right place. I'm assuming everything's going down in the inn in here. Okay, this is a place I will ride indoors because it's a long walk. Oh. Ow. Need to change my sitting position. There we go. There's a door next to that one. Have I just run past? You're doing very well. I know there is a slight... Oh yes, there's something going on in there, is there? Yeah, the place where you go in... Is it Spring Festival, when you go and kick people in the face? Sorry, hit them with a club. Yes, oh, outside? But there's a festival hall inside in here. I'll just pop down here. Someone said there was something going on in here, other than in-league stuff. Because there's a festival hall here. I'm so confused. Right, so this is... That's the Ale Association, In league? Oh, Festival Cook. No, here's... Yes. Is there anything going on in the festival arena? No, it is just outside this door. Ah, okay. Oh, you can get to... I totally hadn't clocked you get into it from outside. I've always come this way, which is probably not the quickest way. So we have festival cook and a party planner.
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous
Gather
time.
piles of snow, what, and carry them into Thorin's Hall. I'm not going to put a dwarf voice on, I haven't got the low enough voice for that. Good tidings to you, Lothfair. It's a... pardon me. It is a glorious Yule this year, but I feel a pang of distress. The dwarves are lucky enough to experience all the wonders of winter, all year round up here. Seeing your breath in the morning, the way the ale thaws frozen fingers and toes, and of course the crisp white covering of good snow. I hear the weather in Bree is unseasonably fair this year, which is a terrible tragedy to the good folk of that land. While I have not the power to change the climate itself, perhaps I can help bring them some measure of spirit of the season. Just a bit more snow, and my cart will be full enough that should last the voyage. Seriously, you're going to cart snow from Thorin's Hall to Bree and expect anything other than a soggy cart by the time you get there? Really? Could you help me gather snow for my journey, Lothfair? Yes, but pointless. Not just any snow will do, it has to be very dry and hard-packed. You should find some in piles just west of Frerin's Court. Return to me with as much as you can carry, and hopefully Bree will see some real Yule cheer. I don't think he's too bright. He's very enthusiastic, but yes, intelligence in this instance not very evident.
Greetings, traveller. Will you stay a moment?
Dwarf ice. Good tidings to you, Lothfair. The Yule season is my favourite time of year, even though the frosty air can chill your bones to their very marrow. Not the marrow who's in the room. If he is in fact still in the room, yes he is. The dwarves enjoy a traditional dessert this time of year. It may not make you feel any warmer, but it is a treat among my folk nonetheless. Alas, I have eaten so much that I have already used up my supply of the ingredients. I need more shaved ice and berries from a particular bush. If you could gather them for me, I would be in your debt, Lothfair. You can find both of these around the frozen lake just to the west gates of Thorin's Hall. The berry bushes should be on a small island in the centre of the lake. The ice you can chip from a frozen waterfall at the northwest corner of the lake. Okay. Time for garlic bread. Which reminds me, I need to eat more chocolate. I haven't ventured yet to eat the mince pie that I brought into the stream, because I think I would just put crumbs everywhere. I might have to try and emote that dwarf when we get back. I need to quick slot some emotes for this character anyway if I'm going to do the theatre acting. If we even get that far now. Right. So we're going to go carry some snow and ice. I hope this pick up piles of snow isn't one of those. I'm going to pick up a pile of snow, carry it back into the into Thorin's Hall, and go out for another 7. How do you quick slot emotes? Right, collections is the answer to that. So here, go into emotes, and I think I just click have, and then you can just do that. After you've obviously clicked them all, I found that much better than actually having to remember what they were and type them. So on my mere last one, I've got the second set of toolbars filled with emotes for screenshots. Shortcut number. Oh yeah, I'd get that kind of command wrong. The quick slotting is much easier. I like that one from you, Nilnad is, you can do what? Do you know what, I thought actually when I was planning in the loosest sense of the word, thinking about doing this stream, I thought once we get through all the Yule stuff we might go and do some snowy Eridluin, not realising that actually if I took Yule slowly enough that we'd end up at snowy Eridluin anyway. Hey ho, that's good. I need to try out all the emotes on various characters and just slot ones they'll actually use, because they can really make a good screenshot is the expression your character pulls at them. Or break them. When the new avatars came out, I took a couple of my runekeeper, male runekeeper, when he was at
What do you want?
Rivendell for the scholar crafting, historian crafting. Sorry, and they were just some of the old emotes with the new avatars were just hilariously awful. The worst case of the shiv. Oh no! Have a hot drink. Unless, of course, you just got that psychological, I'm in the middle of something really cold at night time, so therefore you must obviously feel cold. Does anybody else come back here if you've done an elf or a dwarf and just see, where are the sick bears? I'm expecting to see sick bears. If you've never done an elf or a dwarf, you won't know what I'm talking about. Chip the ice from the frozen waterfall. Do you know what? I've never noticed there's a frozen waterfall. I must just run through the start area. I play the game a lot slower than I used to, believe it or not. So I used to want to get out of the starter areas really quickly. Now there's no need to rush. There's a frozen waterfall? Oh, I've just walked past it. I'm going for the piles of snow now. Are these quests new? I've never seen them before. I don't know, Nelnardis, because I didn't even know they existed last year, so I just kept rotating Frostbluff stuff. Frostbluff stuff. Where's that frozen waterfall? Oh, that's a frozen waterfall. Yes, it is. I'm so unobservant. Oh look, it's a frozen waterfall. I noticed they were gone when my Beorning came here. See, well, I personally would not run around in the I'm not an outdoors person. Can you tell? I'm gaming, I'm streaming, I talk to most people digitally. Or on the phone, if I have to. I'm an introvert, I can't help it. Right, so we piles of snow, which we're also putting in our pockets, but as we had a whole keg of ale in our pockets before. Snow is a cinch, no problem. Hi Mel. Thanks for joining. We are in fact doing Yule quests, just I've never done these before. So these are the ones for Thorin's, and then we're going to get to see what's going on at Duillond. I'm not doing the dancing ones, aside from the fact that I'm pants at them. I don't think my Beorning is going to be in the mood for a dance. He's my grumpiest character I've created to date. Piles of snow. Cold and wet pockets is. Yep. Oh. It's my third year of doing Yule and it has existed. Well, the problem is, Fire and Winter is, have they existed previously? Because if I'd known this, it would have been made of much more of a varied session last year. But then they've been starting to introduce like new storylines at Fall, for example. So I'm hoping they're starting to expand what's going on a bit. No, this is not the snowball fight, believe it or not. No, I'm in Thorin's Gate at the moment. Although I think I'm gonna be psychologically coerced into snowball fighting because I'll want to not finish earlier than 10, and I'm gonna end up having to do the food that I haven't done more than twice in the last 2 or 3 events, and the snowball fighting where I'd done it once and missed and couldn't hit the players, and the second time I was just playing target practice because I was 5 minutes late, so I was a target. I hope your tweet, I hope your chat there got a little filter on it, Marrow. If that word slipped through, I've not set up my filters correctly. I've skied on Mount Doom. That sounds like it should be a hashtag. I've skied on Mount Doom. Random fact, my parents, jokingly, in one sense, a few years ago said they were going to do skiing. They're both in their 70s, and I was like, what do you mean? Ski is SKI, which is spending the kid's inheritance. Like, apart from that's quite funny, and it means you're not actually skiing. You spend away, it's your money. But I thought, yes, my parents are going skiing. Yeah. Oh, Mel, did that word get through? I will have to re-look at the, because I'm using an app outside of it, so I see all of the swear words. because I don't know how to set that up on the little app that I'm using, because it allows me to overlay the chat without loading the Twitch page. What was that Mount Doom Ski Patrol? I remember, if I can remember fully, there was a... Oh, that was it. There was a band of 2 instruments, and one of them sang as well when I was in uni. That were called the Hyde Park Death Squad. Their music wasn't dull or anything, but the name just brilliant. Gramsfoot Lawn Tennis Club. Well, at least they're being inventive. I've yet to see some of the more inventive kin names. I saw that I keep forgetting and I keep meaning to write them down, but there's some really inventive kin names hanging around as well. OOC, out of control? Everyone had lad as a surname. Fancy lads. I was going to say with the female characters also lads. Yay, so we've got your snow.
Well met,
Oh, this is the
friend.
ice person. This ice is shaved perfectly, Lothver, and the berries appear to be ripe. This is going to be a wonderful Yule, I can feel it. Oh, this only has a 6-hour cooldown. Not relevant for me, because that's... Oh, out of character. Yes, of course. It's been a while since I've posted OOCs. That's way back from... Forum RPG? Maybe? When you sort of took turns to write things and you had to do OOCs? Oh, there's an out of character. Oh, right, okay. Oh, it's because I've never done PvMP. I've only done PvP in my other MMO. But these little quests here have 6-hour cooldowns, which can be helpful for some people. Not helpful for me when I start this late, because that's 3 in the morning.
Greetings, traveller.
This is good snow, Lothver, and just enough to fill the wagon. I'll be sure to let the people of Bree know that you helped bring them one of the essential delights of this Yule season. Yes, and you can decide how you're going to cope when they laugh at you for turning up with a soggy wet cart. Right. Nightmare on Elf Street. Oh, brilliant. Right, so are we up to 17, is it now, for... Oh, those ones didn't count. Those ones didn't count. Oh, why? I might have to put a help ticket into that, because the ones in Bree counted. Or did they not? Why do those not count? I wonder if they know that those... Is it, or does it have to be in Frostbluff? Ah, the actual quest thing says it only counts towards the ones that are in Frostbluff. That's a shame. That should change. I might see if I can badger LOTRO about that, because there's still Yule festivals, there's still Yule events. It means we won't get to the 20 today. That's a shame. Get to 15 if I do... You don't have to win the snowballing for it to count, right? You can just be a moving target. Right, well, let's go and see what's going on in Duillond anyway, because we still get tokens for these. So we've got up to 57 tokens. Not the fastest way of earning them, but I did say today would be slow. The mellow ship. That is great. Bed and breakfast at Isengard. Before you escape the burning forest, please do have an egg breakfast on us. Right. Duillond.
At your service.
They're still active. Oh, are they? I've not seen that kinship around. No, not Winterhome. Duillond.
What do you need?
No, let's not take the long ride to Duillond. Let's just go to London and then we'll just hobble up. Oh, the mellow ship. No. Hardcore raiding kit. I'd never fit into that. Apart from the fact I've never done big group things in this game at all. I can't do them very often in my other MMO either because they're quite intense on my hands. So for me to be able to do large group things, there've got to be two conditions met. One is enough quiet time so that I couldn't be called on, and my hand pain has to be kept in enough check because it usually involves a lot of combat and button mashing. It's okay, Nilnardis, people won't report you for it. I think it's going to take a while to catch up on Twitter after this. If you pick easy, your total targets carry through if you don't hit enough people in one fight. Ah, yes. That's a good tip, thank you. The last time I tried it was, in fact, last year, which means I've got plenty of time to attempt it again. Hello. Was that successful? Hello. Hi. You can't have the chocolates. You can't have milk.
Come to say night-night.
Night-night. Say night-night. Don't moan. No, you can't have the chocolates. Night-night. Yeah, good girl. Bonne nuit. Dors bien. Yes, Mel, that was NJ. She gets a bit whiny when it gets towards bedtime. She doesn't want to be awake. She doesn't want to be asleep, but she can't keep herself awake. And I think I've done very well not to say her name properly, given she's had 2 appearances in today's stream. Have I driven past Duillond? No. No. Can I donate a bear onesie? Okay. I've got to be able to share this story without giving away a name, but we do call her with her actual name and bear, because when she was really small, someone did buy her a bear onesie. It had the ears and everything, and so now she is N Bear, and so sometimes we'll just refer to her as Bear. Get a Wookiee one. Yeah, the thing is she grows so quickly. Because she started walking early, she needs the energy, so she grows quite quickly. Right, what we got going on here? I don't want to do dances. What else we got? So, festival patron? Ah, maybe it's one thing. Yeah, kids don't want to miss out on anything. Even if there's nothing to miss out on, apparently. Dance leader, don't want to do dances. Not appropriate for my Beorning.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
The season of merrymaking. I have watched the turning of more Yule seasons than a child such as you could fathom, friend. I am no child. Every year we mark its passing by gathering the mistletoe from the young fir trees. Some of it is used in infusions, some for decorations, but mostly we use it to remind us of the fleeting passage of time. Isn't that how all of us use mistletoe at this time of year? To remind us of the fleeting passage of time? I have not yet gone gathering this year, for I fear there may be too much for me to do here. If I cannot see the mistletoe, I will mourn much, when I should be celebrating. Winter is the beginning of the cycle of spring's rebirth, not a death, as many mortals see it. Yule and mistletoe serve to remind us of this. If you could be so kind as to follow the road northwards towards Thrazy's lodge, you will find young fir trees just before the bend, adorned with freshly grown mistletoe. Bring some back so that I may rekindle my hope of the season's rebirth. Be sure she makes a Beorning. Yes. I think it's going to be inevitable that she will end up playing games with me. Beorning is quite a difficult one to get your head around. You can't just mash buttons. But yeah, how I resisted creating a name with her name at the front of it as a bear, I don't know.
Sweet lad Melon, Will you stay a moment?
Oh, there is another one here. Okay, wreathed in fur. I wish you a Yule to remember Lothfair. The festivals to honour the season are always my favourite times of the year. Nature goes through such wonderful changes. Indeed, the beauty can be quite overwhelming. I have a tradition at Yule where I make wreaths from the boughs of the evergreen bushes and present them to the others as a way to honour the winter season. Nearly halfway done with this year's wreaths, but unfortunately I've run out of branches. If you could head into the hills in the west and retrieve some for me, so I can finish making the wreaths, I would be greatly indebted to you. Is that so you can exchange them with the lady elf next to you to remind you of the fleeting passage of time? Dear elf, we must remind ourselves of the fleeting passage of time. Read into that what you want, family-friendly stream. And Madsen Online's fish slap. Yeah, my actual plan with streaming, if plan is the right word, is January I'm going to just play out, or as I had done this month, and do the 2 streams, but I might move Wednesday to Thursday. We're looking at changing churches, and certain meetings happen on certain days, so hence we've not possibly to Thursdays. But in February, and I have spoken this through with my wife, I'm hoping to try 3 times a week. Due to the intensity of my other MMO, I will most likely do 2 LOTRO streams, and may well, as Mara will be pleased to hear, do a Bear Day stream, because my Warden series will be a video series rather than a stream series. And I don't believe their story, Manoras. I don't believe their story at all. Here, have one of my wreaths. And look, here's some mistletoe. Let us remind ourselves of the brief passage of time until the next day arrives. I know you can't take everyone's preference into account when changing this. Thursday would be the next logical point, because my idea with February would be to do Monday, Thursday, Saturday. I know February's quite a long way away, but I've got to plan ahead. And I've still got to be able to do the blogging that I do. Oh, I'm still missing a bush. Yeah, it surprised me, actually, Mel, to pick on your point, because I know sort of people being at the same place at the same time kind of thing matters. And so when I had to move one because of pain levels of Thursday, I was really nervous that no one would turn up. And it was just as busy, if not slightly busier, than the Wednesday. So, yeah, so that's why I'm not too concerned about having the Thursday instead of Wednesday now. And I have lectures Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Evening lectures. Yes, that would be because of family stuff, I'd have to work out whether... My difficulty with streaming has always been the fact that I'm in one time zone, very people are in other time zones, and yet I still kind of assume that evening time, my time, is obviously the best time for everybody. And I'm using Twitch's stats and trying to work out what's the peak time, but sometimes peak time in my streams is in the first half an hour, and sometimes in the last half an hour, and then sometimes it's in between. So I haven't got enough information to actually change the time of it, but it would be... Saturdays would carry on being in the afternoon because it's a day my wife works. I would have to speak to her about what time is appropriate for the Monday one. But yeah. Menorah's in the US. US has a lot of time zones. It's currently 20 past 9 PM where I am. Whoa, what time is it roughly with you, Menorah's? Here, could you kindly pluck this entire tree for the elf? Oh, yes, I know. I'll just put that in my pockets along with the snow and the keg of beer, shall I? Oh wow, yeah, you're 8 hours difference. Okay, I mean, you with the US you could be 5, and apparently up to 8 hours. Twitch stats really are unreliable. Yeah. Yes, I've always thought. I mean, I don't know if Yule trees were a thing in Lord of the Rings, but it'd be nice to have a Yule tree, a mini party tree or something for the garden as a decoration, or even a little indoor one. How many do we need? We have to collect. Look, you. Oh, at least the whole tree didn't disappear this time like it did with the bushes. You know, you grab sticks of mistletoe from the bush from where we just got it, and the whole bush moves. Yeah, exactly, Mel. Stop with this law-breaking nonsense. The interesting conversation I had with somebody else via Twitter DM, for obvious reasons not to be divisive, is there's a difference in law breaking and stuff that's not specified in law, and that's where the discussions happen. Am I in with all the... Yeah, this is also the best place for Kraben hunting if you're doing deeds in Eredwin. Hendrivel Slayer. Sorry, these are Hendrivel, not Kraben. This is more like physics breaking nonsense. Yes, it is. This is. At least you're not putting the whole tree in this time. Oh, my life. Okay. Back to our dear elves. And not of the Christmas elf variety either. That's a different kind of elf. I do have a much bigger problem with physics breaking nonsense than not quite law accurate nonsense. All of our teams have carpet bags. Mary Poppins-esque. Yes, in my backpack I have 68 scarves, 11 rings, 22 tokens, a gigantic box filled with things that is like a TARDIS, 26 bottles of this, and a gigantic two-handed axe. Just sat in here. 117 hides. Yes. I am just that strong. The sigh of tree leaf. Yes, Mal. Tree leaf. Partridge in a pear treat. Unfortunately, that song, there used to be, I'm thinking it's now used to be, in the UK, we used to have a, I think it classes as comedy, but I didn't personally find it funny, called Alan Partridge. And so I always see Alan Partridge in a pear tree in my head, instead of and a partridge. Does anyone know if there's anything going on in the shrew ground? On the 12th day of Christmas by Beorning gave to me. No, I didn't, Hobnobs. However, I watched the movie so long ago, and we've not rewatched them much since, that I don't... There's only certain things I now remember were not in the movies that I'm spotting in the books, or things that are slightly differently ordered, because I don't have a great memory. So, now I'm partway through the 2 towers. Excuse me.
Hail, friend, and well met.
I know I've got a lot to learn about Lord of the Rings, and that's fine. I have whatever time is given to me to learn it. You have my greatest thanks for bringing me this mistletoe, Lothver. One must never forget that life means death, yet death brings new life. You go enjoy your mistletoe, reminding yourself of how much life brings.
Greetings
death,
to you.
Shani. Yes, Liber does actually live in some parts of Middle-earth, at least where it was filmed. Right, these branches will do perfectly, Lothver. I will sing songs of Yule while I craft the remainder of these wreaths, and I will add your name in thanks. So, what do we got? We have finally got 61 tokens. Right, that forces me to go, that forces my hand. I must go and pretend I know how to snowball fight. Oh, we can do one more theatre visit. Oh, no, we need to go to... No, we don't have to. I've got a return to Bree. Let's do return to Bree. Merry berry pies. Pie. Ooh, pie. Yeah, go on then. I'll just make a fool of myself. Mince pie. Oh, is there? There's a quest chain at the party tree to get a Yule tree furniture item. Is there? I'm going to the party tree then.
How can I be of service?
Live the Hobbit life. I tried and failed to read the Silmarillion. And I'm quite persistent, and I'm not totally dense, despite my outward appearances. I will reattempt the Silmarillion, but the language was just much higher level than I was expecting.
Good day.
Start with Lobelia. Okay. Oh, that wonderfully humble hobbit. The SBs, as they're referred to in the actual Lord of the Rings book. Got a sack full of Bagginses. Sorry, Sackville Bagginses. Slap her every time you see her. Lobelia, did you know you have a face that is just begging to be slapped? Here's a random thing. If anyone wants woad plants... No, not woad. What tends to go in here? The root. There's usually in here the root that you need to make dyes. I can't remember which one it is now, so my brain's turning off. But usually in these fields you can spot. Of course there won't be one now because I'm streaming. Yarrow root. Yes. Oh, well, look, I think you typed that at the same time I thought it. Yes, these fields are often have at least a yarrow root in them somewhere. I don't have a scholar on this server, and I have sent the scholar in my kin woad plants and said 1 for the woad. 2 for the show. I'm not getting into that. A sack full of Bagginses. What has it got in his sacks, precious? Bagginses. Bagginses. Column. Right, don't want to end up in the river, so... I think now Nardis is slowly dying with the strings of puns. All this lore breaking and story changing is Tolkien's fault. Well, you know, isn't the new TV series because the actual son of Tolkien stepped away from the trust that was safeguarding certain things? I really don't want to get into debate about lore breaking, but I think when it comes to a game, so long as it's not clearly against what's been written and people enjoy playing, that's what will keep the game going. I don't get all the mounts on all my characters. I try to think of a reason why they would want it. Which is why this guy won't be getting an elk. Or in fact the other mount for Yule. Oh, I'm 1 street away, aren't I? Let me just see, is this a quest that I can pick up or is this one for...
Don't you walk off! I need to speak
No.
with you.
Oh, that is one. What's this one
Hi
about
there,
then?
give me a moment.
I think it is just delightful that Lobelia has made the official Yule planner this year. She has such a wise head on her shoulders. Lies. I know that Lotho has been out and about spending large sums of money, and I'm sure it's going towards the feast. I'm sure all those rumours about Lobelia wanting vegetables and tea and an early bedtime for the feast is foolishness. Lobelia is a hobbit after all. What else could she ask a hobbit for than a wonderful feast? Well, I'm sure all those tomfools begging old Flour Dumpling to remove Lobelia from her position are just jealous. You wouldn't happen to be one of them, would you? Do I look like a tomfool hobbit? Do you? Inquire among the Hobbiton folk for an explanation of Lobelia's post as Yule planner. Oh, interesting. Hobnobs, I didn't know that. Good to know, but... Kick her out! Kick her out! Right. I've not done this before, so this is new. Right. Is it just anyone around the party tree then? Oh, all over. Including someone up near Lobelia's house, actually, as well. Oh, there's a brewmaster as well. One thing at once, FJ, one thing at once. Where's the person? Up by the vendor? Or is that... No, that's the gardener, isn't it? That's the... Oh, what's his face? Yes. You. Gaffer. That's it. Brain not working. Try not to pun while FJ is eating. Yes, please do not kill me on stream. Yuletide woes.
Is there something I can do for you?
Lobelia has been coming and going on festival business, but I haven't heard how she came to the job. Like she would just tell people that information. Let's go speak to a whole group of nosy hobbits who want to know how Lobelia got her job. It wouldn't be a choking matter. It would be a choking matter. Too far away. I got rubber banded.
It's been a foul day, it has.
The Yule Feast? Why, my dad and I were personally invited by Lotho Sackville Baggins, but why I would tell the likes of you anything more is beyond me. Now be off! I have important things to be doing up at the mill without the likes of you snooping about my business. Search Sandy Mill's mill for anything out of the ordinary. Oh, you can go in here? Or is it... Oh, it's outside. Anything out of the ordinary. I'll just pick up his mail. Yes, and that player was there first, so I just need to wait for it to respawn, I think. Speaking of law breaking, we just discussed the Force in a Lord of the Rings context. Talk to Will Whitford, which is not the same Will Wheatley. Oh look, we've got to go back to Mickle Delving. Kelsey, please. Well, it gives me a chance to have more pie then, doesn't it? Yay! Unfortunately, Menoras, I can't give you any of mine. Apart from the fact that NJ wants it all. And I'm pretty sure my wife will want some of it as well. I'm not going to post all this out to America. You won't get it in time for Christmas. Who are you wanting to call? I think you mentioned this in a different context, Mel. Who is he not wanting to call Kosh? I need to type something. I think you need to review what you type when you got people in the room happy to take what you said and make it into a pun. Oh, cough. Yes. I still have some fan fiction to write about him. In fact, I've now written 2 of my next Lord of the Rings fan fictions, so they'll be out early next year, sometime in January. I'm really enjoying getting into the heads of a few of my characters, weaving them into one overarching story, slowly. Is that easy? Like, yeah, I was gonna say. I'd like my hobbits done eggs over easy. Yuletide woes.
How do you do?
Lobelia Sackville Baggins is trying to cheat Hobbiton out of Yule Feast. I would love to help, but I fear my hands are tied on this matter. Lobelia came not a month ago seeking the laws relating to local Hobbiton feasts. If I remember correctly, the Hobbiton law states, whosoever resides in the hill at Bag End shall be charged with the planning and coordination of all local feasts and festival activities, and shall preside over said feasts in the absence of the mayor. This law being a holdover from when the Baggins family was chief residents of the hill. Because the law was not changed, or a new planner appointed, there is simply nothing I can do.
Stay and
Silly
have some
Hobbit
tea.
laws, what? I think I might have just missed it now. Hello UK. Or new thing, I think we got a new thing last time. As I said, there's nothing I can do to help you with Lobelia Sackville Baggins, as much as I would like to. Your only hope for getting a new festival planner would be to search the Book of Festival Law for any adjuncts to the existing law. That's an English word, I don't know. I sent the Book of Festival Law to the library in the Great Smeals for safekeeping. Better than the Matham House, I suppose. If you wish further to pursue this matter, you should seek out that book. Yes, we are taking Lobelia Sackville Baggins down. But first, I need a mouthful of pie. And then we'll take the correct way to the Great Smeal, shall we? Just quickly checking chat. Oh yes, of course. It's when people. What confuses me in chat is when people refer to other people's first names or their Twitter handles, and my brain has to find who they're referring to. But now I'm okay again now. You're really getting into the whole being in the Shire thing. I've spent far too many hours in the Shire. I still really do not mind doing the pies. Probably because I do them as a break after doing something a lot more intense. Oh, interesting that Hobnobs. I mean, I'm just getting into discussions of eagles at the moment in the two towers because they keep spotting an eagle flying over them. But of course, Gandalf can commune with eagles as well. Now on pie, you can have pie once you start putting the... No, you need to have pie beforehand to give you the sustenance to do said decorating, and then pie afterwards as a reward for doing decorating. Oh dear Mel. That camping trip was totally intense. So confusing because I have a setting in here that shows me quests that are below my level, so I don't miss anything I might want to do. But then when I'm actually on an event like this, I'm like, but there's 3 rings in here. Oh wait, no, none of those are to do with the event. In fact, I mean, you need to go in the library. None of them are to do with the event here. Oh, I wonder which bookcase it is. Only one. When you come in the fall festival, the book you're looking for is only in this one, but you can search all 4. This one's like, oh, I wonder which bookcase I'm supposed to be going for. It might possibly be this one. Found the book on festival law. Oh look, we've got to go back to Mickle Delving. It's just like, you know, a real Shire quest. My hands are tied, I'm busy standing around doing nothing, but please go and fetch this thing for me. I swear hobbits have a lot to do and nobody wants to do those things. At least according to what you pick up in the game. Let's go cross country. Yay. I still don't know if this has existed in previous years' Yule festivals. I just don't know. It might have done. I might have just assumed if it wasn't in Frostbluff, then it didn't exist. So much to do, so little desire to do it, said the Hobbit. So little desire, so little incentive. Please drink responsibly and all that. I'm not allowed to drink much anyway because the amount of meds I'm on. So one drink is all I should realistically have if I'm having my normal meds. Unless there's pie involved. Well, yes, but then you have pie before, you know, if you give me pie, I might do this thing. Oh, I'm a bit full now. I have to wait for it to wear off so I can move. Oh, it's okay, I'm not so uncomfortable now. No, actually, I'm quite hungry again. I wonder why the mayor is a little bit chubby. Oh, I didn't know that, Hobnobs. That is neat. Even then you have to carry their pies. Yes, you do. The Shire is the epic story in small. Oh, I have still got my main going backwards and forwards at the end of Angmar. I think finally I might be allowed to stay in Angmar, but it's been a pain in the behind. Haven't got that far before. The Book of Festival Lore.
How do you do?
You found the Book of Festival Lore. Let me have a look.
Stay and have some tea.
Ah, here it is. The Book of Festival Law clearly states that a festival planner can be changed with a petition. Of course it's a petition. It's a Hobbit. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to write a real petition this time. With the petition signed by no fewer than 10 persons who reside in the town of the feast in question. Here, take the official petition. If you can find 10 residents of Hobbiton to sign it, then the post of Hobbiton Yule Planner can be changed. Yeah, I have endured Angmar, and I had to go to Moria first to over-level, because I found it too difficult with the groups of mobs. Give me a high-level mob that has a good number of HP, 2 even, and I can just about manage it. But once you get into like 3, 4 plus a troll hanging around as well, I couldn't manage it. My brain couldn't compute and my hands hurt. So I went to Moria to over-level, and even then there's some challenges involved. But I still need to do all the deeds there. I don't like leaving things undone. But that's just me being silly, really. You'll be sorry. I hadn't spotted that secret. I totally just read it and clicked it. You'll be sorry. That's actually one for the pun people. Oh yeah, do this all the time in Misty. Now you've done this, talk to Elrond. Now you've done this, talk to Elrond. Like, can't you just send him a message? He must get really annoyed people disturbing him in his library the whole time. It's been fine on my main, because my main is a hunter. The next one who might get that far is a guardian, and or my lawmaster because of streaming. And you're just gonna... I've already opened up one extra milestone, but I've set that to be the guild crafting location, so that's not going to help me much in that part of the story. No, I'm trying to read them, what you write in the hobnobs. Right, so we need to speak to hobbits, willing or otherwise. Please sign my petition. Hi, I'm a big scary bear person, but I'd really like to be part of Festival Planner, please.
What do you need?
A petition for a new Yule Planner? Of course I'll sign it. Oh, Lobelia really knows how to make friends.
Oh, good day.
What's that now? Why, of course I'll sign. Seriously, then, Lord, I was waiting before you threw the ring into the fire. Talk to Elrond in Rivendell. Was that just Snapchat Elrond? Getting lost around Combe. So you are just while I have pie. I just obsessively use the map. Take your time, there's no rush. The Combe and Wattle Inn, where you have to go and meet with one of the rangers, you have to go through the back door. Oh, well, you go through the front door, you have to go through the back to it. The craft hall is up one of the streets, and the brigand lady you need to meet to is down a side road, somewhere like that. Oh, I didn't. You know so much. Hold up, have you had chats with old Badger Brock? Because you two could talk forever. Oh, no, that's Join the Bounders. That's not the one. This is not the quest you're looking for. This is also not Star Wars.
Hello
I'll
there.
sign your petition, you can be sure. How many other... Have we got any petition people inside the... Yes, we have had our arguments. You should be able to reasonably debate, but I think both of you are quite strong in your opinions.
A lovely day.
Petition for a
isn't
new Yule Planner? Of course I'll sign it.
How do you do?
You were able to find a way to get Lobelia out of her post. Give that paper here. Oh, she's so well loved. Well done, Nalnardis. How many have I got? Oh, I don't really know how many I've got now. It just says talk to inhabitants. The map isn't working. Ellie Cutleaf's house. No, it isn't. Ellie Cutleaf's house. I can't remember which server you're on, Lieber. Ellie Cutleaf's house is down the back. I wish I could zoom in on that part of the map. Ellie Cutleaf's, which is the brigand I was talking about, is... It is inside Combe, but you have to come down a street that goes out. It's around about here, and it's got like a... You go down the road and it curves all the way around. Oh, no worries, Menoras. Look after yourself. Take care, and yeah, as this is the last stream before Christmas, have a great holiday time. But yeah, no, Ellie Cutleaf's house, you go, if you're facing towards the west here, so you get the Combe Wattle Inn on the left, Ellie Cutleaf's house is down to the right, and so it's a road that bends round, it's not in the mountains. Do the walk a couple of times, Lee, but that's what I have to do with routes that I forget.
Just a moment.
What's that now? Why, of course I'll sign your petition. How many more signatories do I need? Are they marked on the map who I actually need? Yes, so one over here. Hi Ninth Pawn, thanks for joining.
Hello.
You were able to find a way to get Lobelia out of her office? Give that paper here! People are so enthusiastic. It's just so funny. You two, Menoras. Might just about get this done by 10. Well, that's why I said at the start, not everyone may celebrate it in the same way, and it might just be a holiday thing. A petition? Why would I sign a silly thing like that? Well, he wasn't exactly friendly last time we spoke. Not everyone does celebrate it in the same way. Some people have other things they celebrate later on. Why are you on more than one server already? Or is it because you have you might have it because okay, Hobnobs, it's hard to know. Some people I can't presume anything about anybody, and so I try not to. Yes, it was.
Is there something I can do?
Mel, I'm just agreeing with you there. Are you server hopping because you have multiple characters because you're earning the LOTRO points? Is that why you're flicking around regions, Lieber? Just to get my head around where you're at. A petition for a new Yule planner, of course I'll sign it. That Lobelia has been nothing but trouble since she moved to Bag End. What I wouldn't give for young Frodo to return. Do you not know he lives at Crick Hollow now? We need to speak to one more inhabitant. I can't work out. Are they in the... Yeah, they're by the barter vendors. Or where the barter vendors would be. As far as I know as well, folks, this is the only place you can exchange tokens at. Haven't spotted a token exchange somewhere else yet. Where is the person we need to speak to? Is it you, Opal? Good. I'll sign your petition.
It's been a foul day, it has.
I always think good body's a bit of a... It's in the Lord of the Rings. I've seen it, but how do you convince your future partner that you want to they want to marry you? Taking from the good body partnership, right? To be fair, Lee, but I ended up when I decided that actually sometimes using earned LOTRO points for a character slot was actually a good investment because I wouldn't have to grind the points. And you will earn more points over the lifetime of a character being played than what you pay in opening it. So it still becomes, from a points perspective, profitable, for want of a better word. I'm only on 2 servers, and that's the way I intend to stay, Hobnobs.
Well, the gall of
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy preparing for this year's Yule feast? This is an outrage! How dare you threaten me with a petition? Preposterous! But look here, it only has 9 signatures. Oh, drat, of course it has. Hobbiton law requires at least 10 signatures from an official petition. Excuse me, Mrs. Lobelia? My gaffer told me there was someone up here looking for me. What? Oh, this is the petition he said I should sign. No! Now that I signed it, can I go back to playing? Beaten by the children. Fiddlesticks. Is that the... There you go. That's the closest thing you get to an incorrect use of language. Fiddlesticks! Well, it seems your little plan worked. Fiddlesticks! Another party ruined, no thanks to you. Why don't you go and tell your good friend Hamfast what you've done? No doubt he's put you up to all this with his little precious marigold being sent up here to embarrass me. Ooh. It's a small yard deco as well. Yay, we might have to put that in before the end of stream. Because to pick up your comment from that's just scrolled off the actual printed chat on the stream. Because I play more than one MMO, and I play both with 2 servers, I can't have more than 2 servers worth, and I've already got 13 characters as it is. Although, of course, in New Year I'll make that 14th because I'll be making a video series out of a warden. I have so many character slots, feel bad. I have the opposite problem now, lads. I feel bad about deleting them. The one character I actually deleted, I reinstated. So, I've just kept them. And at least I don't have to buy character slots for a bit. Now I can just... I've still got 9 slots on Crick Hollow if I need them. Oh, hi cats. Yes, you missed a server merger. I know we're talking cross-game here, but that's fine. Servers were merged in the Old Republic so that there were more players per server. So, yes, you will find there's only 2 servers there now, and your characters will be on one or both of them. I'm okay with deleting unplayed character levels, but not all characters I started playing. Yeah, and as I'm starting to now to sort of get to know my characters more, it's that emotional link thing. I'm trying to work most of them into my stories as well now. It's a long haul game. Ah, right. Yes, that's possible. Well, they won't have removed your server. Your characters will have been put onto a different server. But whether people kept their character names was dependent on various factors like VIP and activity. And if somebody else that was being... So if you had a character called Character A on one server and someone else had a character called Character A on that server and those merged, if this person was VIP and you weren't, then they would be VIP, subscriber in the Old Republic. Then they would get the name. If they were a lot more active than you, then they would get the name. So they tried to ensure the people who are active or paying kept their names where possible. So if you have lost character names on, obviously I can't do anything about it, but I'm sorry, but I know that's what will have gone on. But your characters should still be there. They'll just be on one of the American servers. 1 out of 43, it's not bad going. In my case, I was the only one that stole my two names by having the same. You stole your own one. That would have happened with me if they'd merged an EU server with the US server, which wouldn't have happened. But yes.
Just a moment.
These, yes. Well, they're special in that they help me. Those fireworks are really loud. So they put pressure on my hands, which helps my blood flow into my hands, and it doesn't take away my hand pain. My hands hurt a lot less with these gloves on than if I don't have them on, let's say. So that Lobelia was planning on keeping all the best food for herself and her own. I'm glad you're able to set things right. And so are the rest of the folks here in Hobbit. We only thought it proper to get you something. Lobelia was right away. We don't have much in the way of spare proffer, but we share what we can, especially for those who have given us as much as you. We would like you to have this Yule tree. It's a transplant. My nephew, Halfast, brought it down from North Farthing. We were going to plant it in the yard, but seeing how you help us out, well, Marigold thought it would be best if you took it for your house. Yay, decoration. That's neat. And it's nearly 10, so let's go plant this. And unfortunately, none of those counted towards the more the merrier. Still got to 13. Let's go put this in the house. And then we will have to, I think, call it a day on stream in case I'm needed for baby duty. But we have managed to keep going on Yule-related things. So thanks to people for pointing out the stuff was going down in Thorin and Duillond, and for this really neat little storyline here. So, I only have a little Hobbit hole on this server at the moment. I've got a bigger one on the other server. So, what's this? That's a banner. Let's put a Yule tree in place of that. Someone gave me a banner, a bit random, but that's fine. And there we go, we have a Yule tree. That's pretty neat. We're happy with the Yule tree. Cool. Now I just need to use all of my travel skills, which is not a lot at this level. Yeah, people with -1 on their names. I wonder whether the ones I've seen are... I thought they were people that like multi-boxed or just had no imagination for their names, or is that stuff left over from the server merge they did in LOTRO as well? How do you... Can you rename... Can you buy a character rename in LOTRO, or do they not allow it? It names their names already. I would just come up with a different name. I'm going back to the horse. Oh, I should have done the Shire horse race. Never mind. Ah, you can buy renames. Okay. Well, people should have really renamed unless I know people get attached to the characters' names, but it's suddenly not a name if you are, in my case, Mirlas number 2, for example, or Lothver number 2. Lotto. Might have felt like a lottery who actually kept their character name and who didn't. So back to Frostbluff for me.
What can I do for you?
I'm going to have a quick look at the vendor. I don't think there's going to be much at the Frostbluff vendor that is appropriate for a Beorning, but we can try. Hobbs Fawn. You're going to tell me that you had a character on the other server, so you nicked your own name as well? Right, so let's have a look.
There.
Cosmetic clothing. This is the older cosmetic clothing. I can guarantee that this stuff is not. Yeah, that just doesn't. Maybe that one, if it's dyed, might work. It has a little bit of fur. Is there anything that's really, apart from the cloaks, is there anything that is furry? I think it's only the cloaks that seem to have fur on them. That's not one of them. That kind of is. I thought there was a more furry one than these ones. Might be in the more the merrier versions. Maybe. So this is where you can actually buy the other snowmen. That's why I suspect that's why you only get the broken snowman. What's the other vendor got? Yes, it does require a golden token, you're correct, so I can pick that up tomorrow, or whichever day I
How
next
can I be of
hit Crit
service?
Hollow. Yeah, that's probably the best use of that, because I've not got that with Mirlas. Mirlas might be able to buy it for him, though. I'll run Mirlas after I get off stream. While I've got people in the room, actually, of which there's quite a lot, has anyone got any advice about boots to go with these ornate sets? The snow dusted boots kind of work here, but it's like they've done a really good job with this and to some degree the trousers, and then they just gave up at the feet, so there isn't actually any shoes that are designed for it. The more the merrier. Rewards of Yule's Pass. Is there anything here? Dunland! Everyone keeps saying Dunland. If I return to sort of our rename my dudes like this, they stole my name 1. Oh, if you do that, Kazalit, you've got to tag me in to that tweet. I want to see a picture of that happening. Definitely. It's too fancy, and I think Mirlas is getting that one to dye it white anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have. I keep wanting to alternate all my characters, and then everyone keeps saying, "Go to Dunland, all the cosmetics are awesome." And the annoying thing is, they're right. You can't put numbers in the names in sets. Yeah, so I will be getting with my female Beorning on Evernight. Let me reset that entirely because it'll be easier to show. I've got that overlaying chat as well. Oh, it won't let me preview the boots because of the set I'm wearing. But yes, the cloak that's probably the best one. At the moment he has one from Farmer's Fair. Oh, that might have been Fall actually. Cloak of the Boar or something. Right. Cool. I can't spend any tokens yet. That's not a problem. And he really doesn't need a snowy owl. So yes, I think I will call it a day there, folks, actually. I need a break because I haven't taken one. But you've all been awesome company today. thanks for making me laugh, and hope people had a good time. Yeah, and as there's so many people in the room, thank you so much for turning out. Whether you celebrate or not in the next few weeks, have a good time. Now, Nardi thinks everyone needs a snowy owl. I'm not sure if my bear would know whether it was food or a pet. But yes, I will be back to streaming, I think. Let me have a quick look at the dates. I mean, I'll tweet about it, but I'd like to get it in my own head as well. Very early January, so 4th of January is likely to be a stream. I don't mind being a noob, it's fine. Have a great winter season, Christmas, Yule, whichever thing you celebrate. If it's just some days of the week, still have a good time. Otherwise, look after yourselves, everyone. I'll still be on Twitter until the 24th, but after that it will be holiday time for me as well. So, look after yourself. Good one, Mel. And I will see you all in the new year. Take care and goodbye.